everybody. Hope that all you are doing good. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Our favorite time, our favorite day of the week. We're in the middle of a lot of things happening. Lots of fighting going on. I'm seeing in the world of entertainment. I am not. We're not going to delve into the political spectrum. We want to keep that separate from everything else. We're mainly focused on the film, games, and everything in between in the here and now. I am joined once again, by my wonderful co-host and a dear friend of mine, um, and also probably the dopest uh Final
Okay.
Fantasy Kupo cosplayer, Silent Joe.
I don't, I'm not wearing that right now, but thank you. So, yeah, I think there was some really good mixes and surprises throughout the week that I was both sending you and what was kind of going through the news as of right now. But there's some good things to talk about, and like even before we go, we kind of talked about this last week that I would kind of do like a mini review of Superman. You know what? I actually did like it. I actually did like it. I went with the biggest concern still out of everybody else, but I have seen the movie now twice, and I can safely say, you know what? This is a good movie. I do give it my seal of approval. If I had to give it a rating, I'll give it a good 7 out of 10 because I ended up liking it more the second time around. Just like with me and Rob Liefeld and a few others. Like the more I do watch it, the more I probably gonna see it again tomorrow with a good friend of mine. I have the entire day off, so we might as well hit the early showings if he's feeling okay. Because I'm like, he's got to see this with the rest of us. The plot, in my opinion, is slightly the weakest. They do a little bit too much too soon. But here's the thing: the biggest thing is, do they nail Superman? Yes. No, he's not a crybaby. Anybody who's telling you that this version of Superman is a crybaby, you must be watching two different films then. He's not a crybaby. He does get the crap beaten out of him, but here's the thing. They always have to scale back Superman, no matter what. I knew this was going to be a thing, but it's okay to see the crap beaten out of him and slowly get back up again. I do wish some of the fights were better, but it's always Superman for me. It's like, all you have to do is Dragon Ball Z. That's it for Superman. And we're good to go. I mean, Zack Snyder literally did that with Man of Steel. I will give Man of Steel credit. I don't think there's going to be a Superman battle that's going to top that yet. I don't think so. Not quite yet. We're not quite there yet. But and overall, here's the thing. The story is the weakest part because they're doing a little bit too much with the two different country conflicts. There's not quite enough time with the Justice Gang. That's just terrific. Green Lanterns Carter and Hawkgirl. I mean, I'm glad they're on screen. That's my neutral point. I love the Justice Gang because they got him right. Carter's haircut still sucks.
He looks like Uncle Fester. He looks like Uncle Fester
pull up Nathan Fillion in his Green Lantern. Pull it up because I know it's comic book accurate. I know Hawkgirl is too. Along with Mr. Terrific. I still need her in the iconic green and yellow with her helmet because I actually love that actress. I think she's one of the better ones. Along with Mr. Terrific, I gotta say, Mr. Terrific looks terrific. No joke, he looks terrific for Mr. Terrific.
No, he had the look, the charisma. I could take him way more seriously.
They didn't dumb him down. They made him feel smart. I'm like, this Terrific is meant to be smart. They're like, this is excellent. Also, this is also the same guy who died in one of the X-Men First Class, and he's also in Twilight. I'm again, Terrific looks awesome. Hawkgirl, awesome. Green Lantern still looks awesome. I want more of the Green Lantern Corps suit, but I'm sorry. I know it's comic book accurate to his character, but for Carter, but that haircut, oh my god. I can't
Oh my god. What happened? what happened?
Here's the thing: Nathan Fillion's still great. I love him. I love him. I know we want him as the other Green Lantern. It was
Wait, I have a better photo of that hand. Let me get this going. I have a better picture of it. There we go. There you go. Still, I don't know what they thought in the wig department. Joker, whoever came up with this, thought this hairstyle was amazing. Get that man or woman tested. Get them tested, because clearly they were high on bath salts when they try to.
I know we wanted Nathan Fillion back as Hal Jordan. I know that was my pick along with everybody, but you know what? He's fine as Carter. I'll give him the pass. I'll give him a pass. He was fine. To me, the gang was actually my more neutral point because I wanted them on screen just a little more often. But then again, if they were on screen a little bit more often, they also would take away from Superman. David C. as Superman. Bless his soul. Thank you. Thank you, David, for playing this generation of Superman. Because I'm going to say it, every generation literally had a Superman. Whether it be Christopher Reeves, you want Smallville, The Adventures of Superman and Lois, of course, Henry Cavill, you might have Superman's Returns actor, or like me in Anime Night, growing up with different voice actors of Superman, especially the great Bruce Timm series. Oh, God, such a great show. Go ahead and watch it. Now a new generation is growing up with David. And here's one of the big positive things I can say about it. I am seeing a lot of families taking their children to this movie. Why is that? It's Superman. I don't see any more families taking their kids to Marvel no more. So DC, this is their biggest win right now. You're getting the families back in there. This is Superman, the Man of Steel, the man who can fly. I love this. I love seeing kids in theaters that are getting excited with their parents or mom and dad are introducing them. This is what you need, folks. Another positive, I love our Lois Lane. Love her. She's amazing in this. For all the time she's on screen. Even the trailers where they show
she's she's comic book accurate this time.
She's got this time sash, she's got the purple. She's punk. I love her.
And people are like, "Oh my God, she." Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I need more in the sequel, please, because their conversation you see in the trailer of her, Lois and Clark being interviewed, where she's like, "You let me interview you." Yes, that is such a great scene because it's the characters coming together. You can tell they're having the wonderful chemistry, their history. It's great. And I'm like, this is Superman. This is Lois Lane right now. This is what I need. I need more of Daily Bugle. My negative is Daily Bugle, actual Daily Planet. Daily Planet. Because I love the people they have for the Daily Planet, but they're not used as often. They could have used them a little bit more often of trying to figure out what's going on with the plot. That would have helped out the plot a little bit better. Them putting the pieces together instead of being, oh, I got it, here we go. Huh? Oh, I got it, here we go. The Lex current girlfriend taking all the selfies. I'm not going to say what happens, but it was a funny moment. And I felt, okay, that was clever. I did like Mom, Pa Kent. At least this Kent didn't die of a stupid tornado. What was that? That's never going to go away, sadly, for Man of Steel. But it goes by quickly. I think that's my little more conflicting side. We do get some good action for Superman, and then it ends. Then it comes back again, and then it ends. And then there's a long sequence, which you see in the trailers with the Engineer and Ultraman, which is a pretty good sequence, by the way. But at the same time, I'm like, I need one more villain. If there was like one more villain, like just like another couple villains, like you see like on the news report that like Ma and Pa Kent are watching, that they could have introduced a little bit to establish, like, say, Superman's powers a bit better, and maybe things weren't kind of stationary. Because I love the lizard attack, the lizard monster thing, which is kind of a good sequence to see more of the human side of Superman, him saving people along with everybody. But thank God it's not the Electro scene from Amazing Spider-Man 2. I will give them credit for that. When they're all just standing around and cheering all the time, they were actually moving here and there. The comedy was fair enough. I got through most of it. But at the end of the day, what am I looking at? Is this the Superman film I've been waiting for? I waited over 13 years, if not 12 years, to finally see a solo Superman film. That's the focus on him. I think this is the better interpretation of Lex we got.
Yes,
I do like his Lois Lane.
Way
I
better.
need to give Nicholas his credit because I've been telling people he is a good actor. Yes, he may not be everyone's favorite, but holy crap, the way his attitude is towards Superman, to like Metropolis, his employees, I'm like, this is Lex. This is Lex. Him in the dimension with a few of the like metamorphosis. I can't pronounce his name correctly, but I'm like, this is Lex. This is Lex Luthor.
And remember, I was getting oh, I'm sorry, go ahead and finish. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they do still use kryptonite in the film, so be thankful for that. And the cameo that everyone knows, Supergirl's in it. I love that cameo. It was a really good cameo. And here's the thing, folks. I'm willing to say, you can mark my words. I'm excited for Supergirl. I'm excited for Lanticorp. I'm excited for the Wonder Woman film that's in the works. Both of the Batman movies, The Batman Part 2 and Batman Brave and the Bold, even though it's not going to be the actual Brave and the Bold comic books or whatever they're going to do with that title. I'm excited for the future of DC. I actually am. This is a good time to be a DC fan versus Marvel over there, which we'll get later on in this stream. I am happy. I will continue to say this. Please, 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 if you're going to see Superman, I say go for it. Just go with an open mind. Just have fun, relax, and I think people will like it. There are a lot of parts here that I really like. With other parts I go, I wish we had some more villains. Some of the people were used better. Some of the plot lines just done a little bit better. The music here for me is one of my biggest issue as a fan because the composer did all right. There are just some segments I'm like, could have been better. But then you hear some segments like Last Son of Krypton. It's like, oh, this is a good one. This is a good piece. They used the John Williams theme. You will hear that motif throughout the movie. It's John Williams. You can't quite beat it. Zimmerman is a really good score.
Zimmerman's a close second. Like Zimmerman's a close second in terms of like legendary composers. He deserves to be in the same room as John Williams.
Boom boom. In fact, I love the Man of Steel theme better than John. I'm willing to go there. Zimmerman, in my opinion, beat John, but they do a lot of things right that I like, and this is why I'm saying when we get Superman 2, I hope they learn from their lessons. Hope they learn from the mistakes, and we get a better Superman film. Who do I want to see in the sequel? I honestly don't know yet. I know what people are saying Brainiac. Save him for movie 3 at least.
Save Brainiac for much. Like do that for the tie-in for the Justice League. Do that for the tie-in.
I think Brainiac would be great for the Justice League film.
Hint him at the end of Superman 3, and then it's like, and Superman goes, "We need to unite the Justice League," and then leave it at that.
Like that. And Kara realizes who's coming, and then it's like, we need help.
Yes, that would be a great way to. That would be a great post-credit scene right there, and then we're off to the races. I did see more of Superman, so I can safely say yes, I partially seen Superman based on what I saw. But guess what? I saw the Lex Luthor fully because I literally snuck into the theater on my off time. But I'm leaving it at that. I'm stopping myself right there. However, I could safely say, yes, I have somewhat seen the movie. I love Lex Luthor. He's arrogant, pompous. I think
you can feel it. Kevin Spacey, in my opinion, because I know this might sound sacrilegious. I still do not like the Christopher Reeve Superman versions of Lex Luthor. Like,
no, that was garbage.
I know that sounds like sacrilegious, like Sacrilege Blue. Really, he's a good actor, and I love his other works. I just can't see him as Lex, honestly. I know that's like sacrilegious. You could hate me all you want, but different opinions, different time period. And yes, Reeves will always be the great Superman, but his co-stars Lex, I don't know what it is. Like, I can get through the Reeves Superman films fine, except for Superman 2, because to me, it's how they handle Zod, and at the time, Marlon Brando. I know who's going to correct the Godfather himself, how to say the lines. But I think it is what it is. Everyone has their own different opinions, and we should debate about like who is truly some of the best of the best. Now, is this movie better than the Reeves Superman? I don't think you're really gonna beat that movie in its own way, but everyone has their favorites, so I hope people see it.
I hope so. Oops, sorry.
Nope.
Okay. Sorry about that. Wrong button. Like Joker has said, I love I got to see the Mr. Terrific. Hey, the fun you had, what's up? I got to see the scene with Mr. Terrific. I love him. He had the elegance, the presence, and the badassery Joker. He had presence, which we need in these characters. You have to have presence. You have to have that attention right there. Hawkgirl, I wish they went with the Justice League 2000 with the Justice League animated series outfit, but that's okay. She did wonderful. I love her.
But then again, at the same time, their outfits are kind of like, yeah, I know it's a team and everything. Maybe we'll see their individual costumes soon. Like, we could still have Lantern Corps for HBO, so I'm pretty sure we'll see, Carter in the Grand Entrance outfit. It just better not be CGI.
The lantern in this one, aside from the very bad wig, if you look past the bad wig, he does a good job. So I give him credits, and I give him credit for going out there and handling this character. Lois Lane, I know I saw a lot of people complain about, oh, she's too bitchy, she's this, that, and the other. Did you people not watch the animated series? She is supposed to be like that.
She's supposed to be like that.
Have we forgotten that? Joker, I feel like people have forgotten that. In the animated series, if you watch the interactions, watch their scenes only, and you will see that she is like that towards Clark Kent from time to time. She's sassy.
I wonder if My Adventures with Superman caused a little bit more of a... Is she like, no, the My Adventures with Superman, at least the one that's HBO, the new animation, that's one thing, but this has always been Lois Lane. She's supposed to be a little bit more punk, a little bit more of the sassy attitude. I mean, she's a journalist after all, and she's kind of like meant to find the truth.
Basically, she's the court. Basically, in the Scream franchise, you could compare her to Courtney Cox's character in that regard.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's what would be Lois Lane is Courtney Cox.
Anything else you want to say? Otherwise, we're gonna. Yep. Anything else you'd like to praise to have a little bit of criticism?
I loved the Supergirl. I love the Supergirl cameo. I'm glad we got Supergirl. Thank you. Thank God it was not Brie Larson. Thank the heavens. I like this I like this actress. I like her.
She's still young.
She has the look. Again. The look. And I'm like, this is Supergirl. Yes.
One more thing, we gotta mention the man of the hour, Crypto. Crypto.
Loved him. I don't get why people were bitching about Crypto to begin with. I'm like, guys, we waited how many years, Joker, for a live action Crypto? How many years? Because I love
many years.
I love Crypto the Superdog animated series. I love that one. I gave that one a fair chance. I didn't bitch about it. It was good. It was about the Superdog. It was about the Superdog and everything, and I'm okay with that. I like learning about the more of the world building and all that. And people are like bitching about it. I'm like, why? Why are you bitching? You should be happy we're getting this. I'm happy we're getting this. See, look at that. Look at that. See,
Look at
look
this
at
little
this.
guy. You
Look
saying
at
that you
this.
hate him?
Who would?
Adorable. That guy's adorable.
How
Look at the
can you
puppy.
hate this face? How can you criticize this? Is way beyond me. And now let me address the elephant in the room. Oh, what you got? You guys are gun supporters. What about fuck all that? Get that
Look,
bullshit out of here.
stop. It's a pet. It's an animal.
Yes.
You can't hate animals, and there's probably different dogs being used as well, but this is Crypto right here. Like, I love the little attitude that he's still a young puppy for what it looks like. I mean, how
Hey,
long has he
yes, a
did find
kid.
Kara? You also have to remember that Kara is technically speaking, for cousin, she's meant to be the oldest, but remember, her ship gets knocked off course, and Clark was sent first, or arrived to Earth first, and then Kara came. So Kara is definitely still young or pre-teenagers to young college because of what he says in the film. So, I mean, you're right, Lil. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Look at that. He's a good boy.
I have.
Boy.
Oh, Joker. Real quick, after Crypto, what'd you think about Metamorpho?
You know what? I liked him for the most part. I mean, his actor did an okay job for the on-screen time he was allowed, but that was great. And the reason why I also brought this up, Superman has helped increase interest in dog adoption at over 500% thanks to Crypto. Now, to be fair, I hope people, if they are going to adopt pets or dogs, doesn't matter. You actually do your research to these pets, whether they be the young ones or senior pets, especially the senior pets, because good Lord, those pets deserve a new chapter in their life. You take care of them, you do your research, and you truly support these pets. Please. Just like with that Betty White challenge when she passed away, because she loved animals as well. I hope you guys, if you are considering adoption, you take care of them, please.
Oh, absolutely. And this news right here is what we should all be promoting. This is the best
This is
news.
positive.
This is
Everybody
what we
loves
should be doing. And this is why we push for this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We like news like this because we want to share more of this, not the doom and gloom. This is a positive impact because there's a lot of dogs out there who just want a home. They just want a home and an adult to love them, and that's it. It's not that difficult. But I understand financial reasons and all that, living situations. I can forgive all that. That I can forgive. But this is really wonderful news, and this should be celebrated across the board. But I'm very happy we got Crypto the Super. Because look at that photo of Superman and Crypto right there. This is what we waited for so long, Joker. This one shot right here. This is the antithesis of how you do things right. Well, Crypto's right there, being a good dog. Superman being right there and it's man's best friend. This is the epitome of man's best friend. I give all the praise. I give all the praise. This movie deserves all that. Now, aside from everything, I didn't see any real world politics in it.
There was none of that crap. None of that.
No.
If this was a very, as me, Rob, so many others have described it, this feels very comic booky, and to me, and that's the right word. It feels like a comic book movie again. Very comic booky. Yes, there's still things that get wrong, but at the end of the day, I got what I wanted. So, yay! Hooray for me!
Yes, we got what we wanted. We had a. I know.
What we don't want.
I know, Joker. Joker, I know you were smiling ear to ear when you saw Mr. Terrific. I know you were smiling ear to ear. You're like, this is what I want.
I don't know too much about Terrific, but when I saw him, like, dude, he looks accurate. I was like, damn, he looks good.
I would not mind a spin-off movie about him. I would not mind. This crap right here. This right here. This right here. No, don't want that. No.
No one asked for this.
No one.
Who asked for this shit? Who asked for my an actual word for word. Who asked for this?
Who?
Who
Why?
asked for this?
Why?
Are we out of ideas? Oh, but Disney did it with their films, and How to Train Your Dragon was so. That was the downside with How to Train Your Dragon live action. It was never going to stop.
It was not.
Along with Lilo and Stitch, which they're almost at $1 billion. You know, why can't an animation film make $1 billion these days? There's so many wonderful animation projects that are trying to get pitched, trying to get made. Why can't we get one of them to be $1 billion?
Right. But why My Little Pony? Why? It's good
Who asked for it? Who asked for it?
It's good as is. And hey, Batty Commander, what's up, buddy? I have friends who do like My Little Pony, and I told them about this. They were not happy. They're like, no, I love this show. It has the charm and everything. Why? I didn't ask for this. They were pissed. Legitimately.
But go from pissed to something that's more better.
Oh.
An original film. All their songs. Number 1. Golden by Huntrix, from the original song from K-pop Demon Hunters, has officially hit number 1 on the Billboard Global charts.
Keyword, Billboard Global charts. That's unheard of. Unheard of.
Not since Hannah Montana, 2009. A fictional character. 2009, think about that. 2009.
And here we are in 2025.
They knew what they're doing over there.
I love my don't get me wrong, I love my Hatsune Miku, but I'm giving this group a chance and I like their music.
Have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters yet?
I haven't yet, but I heard good things about it. But I will get there. I will get there. I'll bribe my roommate if I have to watch it on her Netflix account. I'll bribe my roommate if I have to.
Just say I'll do the laundry for 2 weeks. No questions asked. Okay. That's how you do it. But for those of you who have yet to see K-pop Demon Hunters, go for it. It's K-pop. They're hunting demons. They have to use their voice, their songs to win the people over so that the veil can like destroy all the yokai, all the demons. But if they fail, demons can get into the world more often. And it's not just one group. It goes by centuries. You see like different decades of different demon hunters being selected. And it's like they go throughout the different centuries and we're focusing on the modern stuff. That's pretty cool, but I kind of want to see like an actual show now. So, I mean, Netflix has a freaking monster on their site now with this damn movie. And I want to see it. I want to see at least one spin-off show. Please, Netflix, please, you have a gold mine. I don't care. You have to talk to the greenlighted. Go for it. But speaking about greenlighting, Aaron Taylor Johnson and Lily Depp will reportedly star in Robert Eggers' next film, Werewolf, described as a werewolf movie set in 13th century England with time period accurate dialogue. Aaron Taylor Johnson himself is playing their werewolf. Ooh. Now, I hated Kraven the Hunter, but he redeemed himself this year with 28 years later.
Yes. Also, hello, Big Angry Phil, and I know the Smurf movie that's coming will.
No. Here's my idea for Smurf movie. Nope.
But in epic terms, this is great. And yes, James Arnold Taylor redeemed himself, and 28 years later, he redeemed himself, and he's further stepping back. This is his rebound. This is his rebound right here, and I am for it.
I'm glad if Lily is still reported to do this.
Wait, Lily, is that Johnny Depp's daughter? Correct.
Yes, that's his daughter.
Okay, I just want to make sure I got my.
Well, she should have been nominated this year for the Oscars for it. for her fantastic role in Nosferatu. Like I felt every pain, agonizing fear, desire, loss of hope in her in Nosferatu. I don't know what it is with her, and like I don't know if like I haven't seen any of her other films, but I know some people said no for her, but seeing this movie or being her with like that big, huge, I can do it. Trust me. I was like, damn, girl. Like the scene at night with her and Nicholas is on one of the last few nights of the movie where she full blown goes Nicolas Cage on you. Of her going from one emotion like being very feared and everything to her saying that you can't do it like he does. I'm like, oh, I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, she's going crazy, she's going mad. And then she goes back to like, no, please don't leave, please don't. Like her range was phenomenal. Like even like during the daytimes where you should be safe, she was always on guard. And how Robert directs everybody, like he's pulling genuine emotion out of everybody. I mean, there's a reason why he's my favorite. Like ever since Lighthouse, I was like, oh my god, this man is an actual filmmaker. And if he nailed Nosferatu, I know people are still mixed about it, but this is probably my favorite version of Nosferatu, next to the original and obviously Bram Stoker Dracula and a few others. But goddamn, if Lily's in this, I'm sold, along with Aaron Taylor Johnson. And if he's the werewolf, oh my god, the makeup, the prosthetics are gonna be amazing, because Bill looked amazing as Nosferatu.
Yeah, he did. He
Holy
looked
crap.
amazing in that film. I don't know why. I don't know why that movie never got enough. That movie deserved a lot more love than anything. To me, I feel like it was unfairly brushed aside. Go see it, ladies and gentlemen. Go see the movie,
Please,
and
that was, I think it needed more attention. It needed more love.
because this
Action sets.
and Werewolf is good. It looks good.
I like the premise so far. I'm like 13th century England with period accurate dialogue. Oh my god, I know that's gonna be a pain to get used to rehearing again, but
yeah,
go.
but I'm glad they're I'm glad with this approach. I'm glad with it and everything, because we need to go back to that era of the dialogue, because that's what's missing in the current fantasy era. In the current fantasy ones, they don't do the accurate ones enough. It's there, but there's like not more of that, and it's like nothing wrong with that. Um, hey, what's up? Hey, what's
All
up,
right, so
Brexit?
now that we're kind of slightly done with those news, I think we should talk about the elephant in the room right now. Are you ready for this? I'm actually liking the casting.
Yes,
So it comes directly from Miyamoto himself, actually. This is Miyamoto. I am pleased to announce that it's a live-action film of The Legend of Zelda. Zelda will be played by Bo Braggon's son, and Link by Benjamin Avon Ainsworth's son. I am very much looking forward to seeing both of them on the big screen. The film is scheduled to release in theaters on May 20.
Oh,
May
we have a
7th,
release date. We have a release
2027.
date.
Thank you for your patience. Now, what is the big elephant in the room? Well, it's definitely not Link, because even when I look at Mr. Evan, I'm like, yeah, I can see him. Like I can actually see him in the costume and everything, with given the master sword, the iconic hat. I can see
Hey,
it.
General
I'm
Sorrow.
still gonna say that the people. I still believe 100%. This should have been an animated film under the banner of Kyoto Animation, which I 100% agree with. But currently, the current director attached to this is the Maze Runner director, along with he also directed Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So I'm like, ooh, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Love that movie. Excellent movie. Beautiful cinematography. And he's a visual consultant as well. So he knows his VFX. And he stated the approach for Zelda. He's going to film it like a Ghibli film, which is absolutely the direction you should be going for. Because face it, Zelda is inspired by Ghibli.
Yeah.
Just look at Breath of the Wild or any game really.
Oh, absolutely. I do see Link. I do see Benjamin Evan as Link. Just put the hat, the ears, the sword, the outfit part. He'll nail it. I do trust
But
the
it's also a
director.
silent character, so is he going to stay silent throughout the film? That is my question. Link
That is the
needs to
biggest.
be silent,
That is the biggest question. Well, I mean, aside from the
at
grunts
least
and
for the
everything.
majority of the film. Besides the grunts, the hints, and everything, he can have some dialogue. I'm fine with some fun, with some, because Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, he was talking more often. No, not the "will excuse me." We don't talk about those games.
No,
You
no,
know,
so no. Those are fan fiction games, ladies and gentlemen. Those are
well,
fan
they're
fiction.
great meme-worthy games. Those are the faces of evil.
Oh God! Oh
Remember,
my God!
you want it? It's yours, my friend. As long as you have enough rubies. Sorry, Anime Knight. I don't give credit. Come back to me when you're a bit more richer.
Who wrote that? Who wrote
But
that?
it's in history. I should just. Me, Sakurai-san,
I never
we
been
wanted
so
more shoe,
angry
not
at
Sora.
dialogue.
Sakurai Sensei, we wanted more shoe, not Sora. Get it right next time. But joking aside, I can see him. I can see it. If he has some dialogue, good luck. But right now, this is a big, massive career boost. He's under-discovered actor for the most part, with some credits here and there. So still young enough. But here's the thing: it's not Tom Holland.
That's
I
the
know that's
beauty
the
of.
joke, Tom Holland. But it's not a big celebrity name. They're going undiscovered. So bravo, bravo.
And this is the right approach because it's a fresh face. The both of them are fresh faces because we never heard of these people before. I didn't
You're
hear
fine.
these.
You're fine, Lily. You're fine, Lily. You're fine. You're fine.
You're fine. You're fine.
You're
You're
fine.
good.
We're fine with the chat for the most part. Keep it friendly, keep it polite, and everyone's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Like this should not be an elephant in the room situation,
No, it
but
shouldn't. And
somehow it is. It should not be. Bo as Zelda. Here's the thing. Well done. Well done. I'm gonna give you big props to Bo. Congratulations. This could have not have been easy to pick a Zelda. I couldn't
I
even
agree.
imagine going through this. It's saying we got Link, now who's Zelda? I don't know if they
I
did
can't
screen
imagine
testing
the
together.
stress.
I'm pretty sure they must have done some type of screen testing to be like, we can't just have a Link and Zelda separate. There has to be like some type of screen testing for the both.
Kind of like the behind the scenes of the Phantom Menace when they had the different child actors for the role of Anakin before we got Jake Lloyd. There was a documentary on that. So I'm wondering if they did the same thing like they did with that one. Like have the different child actors be with Natalie Portman acting out as Anakin and Padme. I wonder if they did that.
They probably did that as well. With
which is fine. I don't mind because it actually helps like visualize. You want to visualize both characters in the same room. And I just say that's a good tactic to use. It's a tactic, and I'm
in general,
for that.
Sarah was right. Let the movie stand for themselves. Let the movie stand for
Bingo.
themselves. I would love this movie to prove me wrong if they could nail this live action feeling correctly. Obviously, they need to do a lot of like practical shots, practical locations. I hope they do a bunch of that because Zelda has beautiful scenery. Everybody knows their version of Hyrule Castle. My favorite has always been Twilight Princess. I know I need to play more. I played a little bit of Windbreaker. I played a little bit of Diminish Cap, because one of my mom's coworker friends who she used to babysit for, her children were one of the children were gamers, so I got to play a little bit diminished cap. But my favorite has always been how Twilight Princess, at least in the Twilight Zone, how Hyrule Castle used to look. I always loved that vibe and the feeling. But Zelda, her for Bo. Again, congratulations. I wish you the best of luck. But the people who are asking,
I can't imagine the stress. Oh, go ahead.
Let you finish first.
I couldn't imagine the stress of this, like having all these wonderful ladies for the role of Zelda. I could not imagine the stress of trying to pick one. I'm pretty sure all of them were really beautiful, really talented, all and everything in between, but there can only be one. And that's the difficult part about that.
And thank you, Lil, for the comment. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're fine, Vader.
You're fine.
Look,
Lil. You're fine.
Duck Vader spouting the truth. Truth right there. Duck Vader, you get bonus points. You get bonus points for that. Yes.
I always like to be proven wrong if they can be made or not, or again, keep an animation or keep Zelda as a game. But to the people harassing though, because it was a Hunter. I mean, we said this weeks ago. If Hunter was selected, I would have been like, I'll get the benefit of the doubt, just see if she can act or not. But we got someone young, inspiring, becoming Zelda for Bo. This should not be, well, look, he has to be Hunter. Like, no, don't do that. Even a Hunter will come out and say, this isn't what I want it to be. Don't harass somebody. Don't harass somebody.
Like they did with the. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little bit. I'm gonna stop right there for now. But I do agree. This should not even be made an issue. People are making it an issue out of nothing. I find I love Hunter. Don't get me wrong. I love Hunter.
Hunter has some good films that I do like.
Yes.
So I'm like, yeah.
I'm happy. I would be happy either way, whether it be Bo or Hunter. I'd be happy either way. I have no complaints.
Our standpoint is more neutral. I get it, but if you can act, the whole point of acting is this: you need to become someone you're not. That is the whole point. Also, may I remind you that a film a while back ago that Scarlett Johansson was a part of, actually, by the director of the live-action Ghost in the Shell. It was supposed to be based on a true crime story about one of these criminals who went from a trans, was it a woman to an actual man? But they said, like, no, Johansson's in this. No, she can't be it. She's not an actual trans person. Johansson leaves the project after all the backlash, and the project is canceled. But it was okay for Eddie Raymond to do it, and the Danish Girl winning an Oscar and Golden Globe at the same time. Just saying. Yep, that's true. Michelle Rodriguez acted as a trans person as well. Here we go. Live action One Piece for Comey. His actor is an actual trans man.
And none of us bitch. No, I didn't care. I didn't see anybody bitch about it. No one bitched about it. I did not see one derogatory comment or harassment of that man. I was
praising his actor. I was like, man, he was pretty good.
He was good.
The wimpiness of Comey, the cowardness before he gets all buff and everything. I'm like, this is Luffy's best friend. Before it goes to show, ladies
and gentlemen, me and Joker, whether you're trans, gay, lesbian, we don't give a shit about that. We give a shit about can you perform this character. That's all we ask. Can you go out there and play as this character and wow us? That person actually wowed us with the performance, and that's why we're praising. Everything else, we don't give a damn. That being said, I am proud of Bo Braxton. I am very proud of Benjamin Evans. I wish them the best of luck. And to the people who are complaining it's not Hunter, get over it. Get the fuck over it, because it and keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'll go back to this comment right here by our good friend Duck Vader. We didn't get Tom Holland or Zidane and Pedro. I'm happy with that. That's a big win. Hello, Raquel. Hello.
Hello, Raquel. Hello, welcome back.
Hey.
And I'm glad that they're going with younger actors and lesser known ones too. This is the correct route, Hollywood. This is the correct route we want. Don't get me wrong. I love Tom Holland. I love Tom Holland and everything in between.
I can't see it. He's too old and I can't see it.
But he could not do it. But Nathan Drake, though, he pulled off just fine.
He was fine as Drake.
Now that I could agree with to a thing. I wish he had a bit more more pizzazz in the acting, but he did his best. He did the best with what he had, and that's all I can. That's as far as I'll praise. For Bo Braxton,
your thought, Riggs, on the whole casting right now for Zelda as VR rep. I want to hear your thoughts on the two young, aspiring actors who are playing two big roles that could make or break their entire careers.
So this is for Legend of Zelda?
Yep, the live-action Legend of Zelda. We will get this movie in 2 years' time, actually.
Sorry, I'm guessing they're going to dye these two people hair... these two people...
Yep, we got
blonde?
And Zelda.
Because they are blondes.
Mm-hmm. Zelda's blonde. Brunettish blonde, I think.
Yeah, both of them are, like, blonde. The game characters, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I mean, your thought on the casting so far, these are the two ones. So leading off with, definitely we'll see Ganondorf's actor revealed later in the year, probably, and then we'll see the others who they're gonna pick. So,
I'm curious about who's gonna be Ganon. I think
my pick has always been Dave Bautista, or we said Vince from Daredevil, along with a few others, or kind of do what Street Fighter's doing with their movie. Pick somebody from the WWE wrestling side and be like, yeah, pick one of those guys over there, and then they can probably do it as well. But we're gonna have to wait and see. But speaking about what's a little bit more interesting, because Amy and I brought this to my attention right away. According to director Zach C., director of Barbarians in the upcoming film Weapons, he says his Resident Evil reboot won't completely be obedient to the lore of the games. I'll just leave this right here, and while I catch my breath, I'll have you take the floor, Enemy Knight.
Based on what I was told, we already have the Mila Jovovich films already. Again, Mila Jovovich could easily fit in the Resident Evil universe, and I could see her, and I saw her in it, and I'm okay with that. She played her character very well, and I loved it. Did it follow the games? Well, yes and no. But we did get to see more with Leon, Ada, Wesker, and the works and Umbrella and everything. So I get what they were trying to do early on. I get what they were trying to do. But this one, though, I feel like, well, are you still going to be at least accurate enough to the games to a degree? Who are we gonna go with here? Because there's a lot you can do. And even though he has played Resident Evil 4, I will give him respect that he at least knows what Resident Evil is and what it is about. Because as long as you have an idea what Resident Evil is and know the story a little bit, then you're completely fine. And this is a very big IP, kind of like The Legend of Zelda. Kind of like that. But Yeah, so he goes to say, well, here's his quote. Thank you again, Joker, for highlighting. Thank you for helping me with this. Here's his quote. I'm trying to tell a story that just feels authentic to the experience you get when you play the games. I don't think of breaking any major rules, but I also recognize that no matter what I do, people are going to come for me online. So all I want to do is just make a really good movie and tell a story that's compelling. I know that I'm going to be happy with the movie and hopefully other people will too. Well, at least he's honest about what he wants for the movie and upfront about it, and I appreciate the honesty. And with Resident Evil, you could tell a damn good story and everything. That's why we love the games. Now, the question is, where do you go from there? Like, where are we gonna like? What story does he want to tell? If he wants to tell the city of Raccoon, by all means, go for it. Or set in Resident Evil 4. I'm okay with either one. I'm okay with it. But I want the movie to be good. Does it have to be really that accurate? Again, it depends on who you ask. With me, I just want a damn good movie to where I can critique it in a way that still leaves me happy that we got it in those terms. Now, with that being said, I want to see where this goes. I want to see where this goes because I don't want to be too harsh with the gentleman. And I understand where he is coming from after reading his quote and everything, what his goal is. After reading all of that, I'm going to give this guy a fair chance. I'm going to give him a fair chance and see what he does. I'm going to judge his actions from here on out. Not what he says, but his actions. And I said my piece there.
In my opinion, I think I fully understand what he's trying to go with, saying that he's a big fan of Resident Evil 4, playing again and again. That's great. That's wonderful. I'm hoping he also goes back to OG 3, 2, and 1, 0 to get more of an idea. But I think what he's going for is like he still wants the game or the film to feel authentic enough from what you played, like one of your Resident Evils. I think my very first Resident Evil, outside of playing the demo for 6 on my Xbox 360 a few times, was 7. And then I said, okay, I definitely need to go back and play some of the other titles. I played 5, I played OG 2, 3, Nemesis, the original Nemesis was wonderful to play. I think that was my favorite of the more classic style. I'm trying to play through Code Veronica, which I think that game needs more of a remake than 3 ever needed. But I can understand what he's trying to say. Make it authentic enough, like from when you're playing the game for the first time. Like he wants to nail the atmosphere, the tone, the setting correctly. Will we see, Jill, Claire, Leon, and all the others? I'm hoping we still see them. And they're better interpretations than what we got from Welcome to Raccoon City. The only good part in Welcome to Raccoon City, my part, is when they were in the Spencer Mansion. I'm like, is it that hard to make one cool Resident Evil project set in the Spencer Mansion that isn't the original game? That film right there would be a gold mine. And I know the late George Romero, he was working on something for Resident Evil before he passed away, or the project never got off the ground. There was the concept art of his project with one of the monsters, and it was like, what could have been? What could have been? Think about it, the father of zombies making a Resident Evil movie. Hell yes, like that was a gold mine, but sadly it never got off the ground. And I can understand where he's coming from. And I know what they say last time. The last time we said we were going to get a faithful adaptation, or faithful enough, it was Welcome to Raccoon City. So, no. But I do trust Zach. I've seen Barbarian a couple times. good movie. I'm very much excited for his new film, Weapons. So, as a good Resident Evil fan, I'm hoping for the best because otherwise, we're just gonna get a lot of more crappy Resident Evil projects. And I can't believe I'm saying this. It's really the CGI films and the CGI show, Infinite Darkness, and the last CGI movie that's on, yeah, Resident Evil Death Islands are some of the best they've ever done, honestly. Despite Infinite Darkness being very much predictable, it's like, you know what? It still felt like we're in the games in between 3 and 4. I know people said that, but Leon would never do that to Claire. He wouldn't, but maybe, or so say 4 and 5 because he gets to the White House right away. Because the pilot's like, wow, never got clear that quickly. I'm like, oh, after Resident Evil 4. But I can understand what they're going for. I do hope it's good. Like, I do want to see the zombie outbreak. I want to see them fight different infected. There need to be a mystery. To me, there's always been a downside for all the later Resident Evil films by Paul W.S. Anderson. There was no mystery. It's just that, oh, Umbrella's bad, or we're doing this now. There was no mystery. They need to bring the mystery back and make it scary.
Oh, I agree. We need that horror ambience. We need that horror ambience again. Like, we need that, like, with RE2 and everything. And my first Resident Evil is the first Resident Evil was my first time going into that world. And I remember playing 2 a few years later. It was during I remember watching somebody play Resident Evil 2 when we were visiting somebody up north during the summer when I was a kid in 98. In summer of 98. I remember that one. But I feel like what is really missing is the horror element and the suspense. Like, we want to be, like, on the edge of our seats, like, whoa, what do we got here? Hey, Fizz Shozo. So, yeah, I do agree with you, Joker. We need that horror element back. Like, that gritty. The one that scared our pants off in the original games.
Oh yeah, like the iconic zombie face turn, which is iconic in gaming history. Ooh! Or if you were playing the first remake on the GameCube.
Oh, that one was terrifying.
You didn't get the dogs the first time around. It came on the way back. That scared the shit out of me. So I'm like, okay, I got a zombie. Let's get out of here. I'm like, okay, things are fine.
Although I gotta say, I love my one criticism of one of the bosses is Neptune. I love sharks.
David did. Wonderful film.
I love my sharks. I love my sharks and everything. But good God, Neptune was an embarrassing boss fight. That was embarrassing. And I rest my case. But but back to the matter at hand. Like I said, I want to trust Zach with this, and he and as I mentioned, he made his goal obviously clear, and I'm for that. Everybody wants a good film. I want a good film. Joker wants a good film. Let's go for it. But his next actions, though, we're going to be watching very closely to what he does in the coming.
Weapons, so I think that's out in a couple. No, that's coming out soon. So I'm excited. And he does fit, like, get a good horror guy on this. I'll be fine. So, anyway, Raquel, your thoughts on the upcoming Resident Evil project? Because
I'm not really a big horror fan, so it's whatever.
That's fine. Very normal
for me.
But like, let's take it from like you've seen the fans complain about like different live action movies to the god awful Netflix live action show, which was just the Jane show. We honestly deserve one good project at least to get like off the ground. To be like, hey, we got a good Resident Evil project. Well,
Exactly.
well, okay. Besides from that, I do have some. Well, Anime Night, I told you, it's not gonna stop. Here we go. Brace yourself.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sony is working on a One Punch Man live action adaptation. Now I've got her attention.
Oh no!
I don't know
One
how this
Punch
is gonna
Man.
work. I'll let you go first. How is this gonna work? How are they gonna do this?
Sony is officially working on a One Punch Man live action adaptation. Okay. I'll say this. I am very iffy with live action anime. There's a lot of anime that I know of that it's like a hit and miss for me. For example, Rudy Kenshin, One No, I think Fullmetal Alchemist, I think. I might be
Yep, they
wrong
have
on that.
two from Japan.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Pretty good.
I think there was also Bleach as well.
Japan did Bleach. Yep.
Yeah, like etc. Oh, also One Piece, which is like semi okay, I guess.
I was shocked. I was shocked, but I still have my issues. But I was shocked.
Depends. It really depends how well it's done. Like for example, Alita the Battle Angel, beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Ooh.
Mm.
Disney, we're still waiting. We're still waiting, Disney.
We're still waiting for the sequel. Come on now. But I have to like say it depends how well it's done. If it's anything like, Cowboy
Bebop, we're not gonna watch
Cowboy
it.
Bebop or that god awful Dragon Evolution movie, I'm out.
That movie was a masterpiece of a mess
Sure,
because it got Akira Toriyama out of
right.
retirement. But it's not the worst anymore. Thank
If
you,
it's
Snow
anything
White.
like similar to One Piece, then I would give it a pass. But it really depends how well it's going to be done, and that remains to be seen.
To me, I can definitely see them do several different heroes correctly in live action because I think the cosplayers they have made them work successfully. Definitely with the CGI monsters, they'll go heavy on that. Some of the action could be done correctly, but it won't just have the weight and feel of the manga or the anime or the original web series. It could work, but then again, it could not. But to me, it just goes to what kind of story can they even tell within an hour and a half or like 2 hours? Because One Punch Man to me works well in the format that it belongs in. What story they're gonna tell? That is like my issue because it could work, but not really work.
Mm-hmm.
But the question now begs the question: who's gonna play Saitama?
Ugh. Well, if one signed off on this, then maybe he can see it work, or not, because we know Oda since they signed off on One Piece because it was him. Years and decades of getting offers, he denied them all, but then he found the right business partner, and he said, looking at technology, it said, all right, CG is available to do kind of replicate my work. So, and thankfully, Oda Sensei was an executive producer. So, to me, as long as one of his co-workers, if they're one of the executives, or at least one is the executive producer on this with creative control, then I would be fine with this. But not really, because it was just announced, and I don't think this is the smart idea. The thing about another idea, I'm glad she mentioned Bleach because now it's America's turn again.
Oh,
Again,
What?
a live action adaptation is in the works, according to an ex-employee at Viz Media. It was reportedly in the talks since 2006. Now, wait, okay, hold on a minute. When did the original TV Bleach aired? Let's see here.
Mid-2000, I think that's when the original anime.
Not the animated one. Let's see. 2018. It was like, well, from what I'm looking at, is live action. That was 2018.
Yes, that was the Japanese version.
Okay, the Japanese version. Okay. Well,
So that
original Bleach, 2018. It's like an hour 48 movie.
Pretty good movie. I like that movie a lot.
So if this is going to be like, my question is this going to be like a movie or is this going to be a TV series?
Well, like we said with the whole, you know what? That's a good question because they didn't really specify.
No, and also, is this going to be a continuation from the film or no? That's another question I'm wondering.
And it does say is in the works at WB since 2006. So it's like, I mean,
Since
I'm probably going to say since 2006, this is probably the American attempt at it because, Bleach already has that in Japan and with their version, and they would have probably announced this probably by now already if they were ever going to do a sequel. But they probably waited too long, and it's like, we don't need to do a sequel. But it's a little confusing for me, but if WB is going on this again, it's like your Japan branch already did this already. So you shouldn't be able to screw this up big time. But if you are going to do it, well, you can always hire Johnny Young Bosch back. You can do it again.
I mean, if
he doesn't have to change his voice or anything. He's a little too old.
Well, that's my question with the Bleach manga. I mean, I know it's like the manga and the TV series is gonna end at the 1,000-year Blood War, so that will be the end of it.
The final part. That is correct.
Right.
So it's that weird thing of it's at the right timing to announce this that it's not going to end quite yet, but given how the Akira film never fully materialized at WB, so this kind of could be their attempt to be like, we have one anime license back while we're still working on it before we lose it again. So I kind of see it that way as well for WB. They probably don't want to lose another big one again.
that's a good point. But now the question is, and where can this go though?
With
Well,
Bleach,
to me, if they were going to adapt anything, they should have done adapt Burn the Witch because that one is.
Well, yeah, that's the like. I'm wondering if they're going to do Burn the Witch. There's also a one shot called No Breaths from Hell. That's hinting at a possible future storyline. Not confirmed a sequel at this time. But, I don't know, I don't know what else Type Kubo has planned and stuff.
Interesting. Now it's and with Warner Brothers doing it, and Joker and I, we have our opinions on Warner Brothers. It's well documented. How much you want to bet, Joker, that they're gonna fucking drop this when it's like 99% complete? How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet they're gonna drop this?
Or I have to buy you a game off Steam. So, but it's also, as long as it does get made, it will, and it's out the door. They'll keep the rights, but it also goes down to the mangaka himself for Ito. If even if he knows, what's going on, then it's all his blessing. But we'll see if it gets out the door or not. But anything can change between here and a few years of them not making it, and just like Japan announces their own, we'll go to the Soul Society arc. But like Raquel said, Bleach is ending on a very high note,
Mhm.
and the final part is being fully adapted. So now's the time to announce anything you want to. So
Oh, that reminds me. From what I know, um, with the Dragon Ball, uh, I think with the next arc, it's going to be centering around uh, Goten and Trunks.
oh really? Oh really?
Yeah, from
So the Black Frieza arc is all done?
I haven't really catched up on the manga, but from my hearing, I don't know how to say his name correctly, so I might butcher it. I think it's Toyotaro. He wants to focus on Goten in you know Dragon Ball Super. I'm also hearing Dragon Ball Super is supposedly coming back as well. I don't know when that's gonna be. Um, so it'll be interesting to see.
I mean,
Like
it's going to be interesting without Akira because
yeah, that's the
Diana,
thing. Like,
that's the thing, because when he
yeah,
passed away, everybody was trying to snatch it up, which is the worst thing possible. And probably like,
my questioning is my question, since Akira Toriyama is not longer with us, I'm assuming how you say how you say his name again? Um, Toyotaro. I'm guessing he's taking the reins and in that empty seat that used to be filled by Akira Toriyama. Um, I'm sure he'll stay faithful to Toriyama's work and stuff, but it's gonna be his own spin to it at the same time. So I am interested, how um he's going to do this essentially. Um, it'll be very interesting. I'm sure there'll be some stuff that you know I guess some hardcore fans wouldn't be okay with, but in that sense, you know, it's like, in something, it's new, something, very different in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's been around time. You have to keep it interesting. You know what I mean?
that's
Um,
true. Like after when the second half of the manga was finished, he did state that I'm gonna go away for a while. I'll do some other works here and there. They were still pumping out movies for Dragon Ball even after the manga was done. I still remember the one where Goku fought that thing for the capsule, discount a different character from a different future that always played the flute or instrument to keep the thing away. And then it's like, oh, so that's how Trunks got his sword. That's
right,
the
and
one I remember
also
because he does the whole dragon fist thing.
mhm.
Like, what's the move called? Because he clenches his hold on, let me do it. Like he clenches his fist and then he attacks, and then like you see this dragon thing that also destroys Super Android 17, 16. What was his name again?
Oh,
He cosplay.
I know which one you're talking about.
luckily we
That's
have
how you
another.
beat
Luckily we have
was.
another.
I think. Are you thinking of the one Dragon Ball Z After the Dragon?
Yes.
When
Yeah.
Goku was Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've seen that movie.
Let's just Joker. I'm happy to say I'm glad we have another Dragon Ball Z fan in here aside from
Because I would have gone
aside
our
from
other
Jasmine.
team. I would have gone.
I am a major Dragon Ball fan. I love Dragon Ball.
Jasmine would love you. She would love you. Knowing you two, you two would probably talk about Dragon Ball for weeks.
Oh yeah, here talk about Dragon Ball all night if I could.
But yes, it was that one, the Wrath of the Dragon.
That one.
It's been forever since I've seen that one.
It's been a while. No, I have to note, since Kiria Toriyama's not here, it did introduce in the storyline different universes. So I'm thinking that could be a great opportunity for Toyotaro to delve into.
That could work. I mean, they didn't touch too much on the time travel stuff. They didn't, which is kind of sad when you think about it, because what else is going on? We're already aware of the future Trunks. We're already aware of that. But it would be interesting to see if done right.
Right.
The multiverse time travel.
Well, the 7 universes, Akira Toriyama only really scratched the surface with that. He didn't really delve it too deeply. Therefore, how do you say his name again? Toyotaro can, has a little bit more freedom of, how he wants to go with that, while still remaining faithful to the franchise.
Precisely that, and I'm giving this man the benefit of the doubt. I did like Dragon Ball Daima. I loved it. It was.
I haven't seen that yet, so
I'm in the same boat with you, girl.
No spoilers. No
spoilers. No.
No spoilers.
I'm saying it's good.
Not racist.
I'm leaving it at that. Okay. I know when to stop. But I will say it is good.
I know one thing came back that was canon that we talked about on this channel many years ago, which I was very happy for, but also at the same time, Toriyama created that Daima, just like they did with GT, introduced Dragon Ball to a new generation, which I was like, oh, bless your soul. Because my little nephew, he's about to turn 6 next year. That is the perfect opportunity for me just to take him away, and my sister's gonna say, I don't care what you show him. He's getting the Dragon Ball treatment.
Yes. Sadly, I'm for that. I am for that. Get him while
I said it's bittersweet that Dragon Ball Daima is the last piece of work of Akira Toriyama. And when I'm looking forward to watch it, but I'm hearing from people oh, it's Kid Goku again. You should really stop that. I'm wait a minute here. We only see Kid Goku on Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball show, and then we see him again in Dragon Ball TG. So this is only a third time we're going to see Kid Goku. I'm he hasn't really appeared that much time, that a lot. So
correct.
I don't really see the problem here.
This is perfect.
Plus, you also see Kid Vegeta for the
Which is
first
cool.
time.
That's cool.
Like, I yes, technically we do see a kid version of Vegeta in the end of Dragon Ball Z, but that's really his future grandson. So I guess you can say that's technically Kid Vegeta. Yeah, but we see everyone like in kid
Actually,
form and
slight correction. It
Hmm?
was Dragon Ball. It was Dragon Ball GT at the final episode.
oh, okay, Dragon Ball
Yeah,
GT.
you
You're
had you
correct. You're
had
correct.
you had the right ending, just the wrong one, just the wrong Dragon Ball
That's the wrong one.
series.
Sorry, it's been a while since I.
No,
watched
you're fine. But luckily, I watched
GT.
it. I watched it enough to know
Yeah, thank
what you're
you.
talking about.
Anyway, night. Yeah, Dragon Ball GT. Um, in Dragon Ball Daimia, we'll see everybody turn into kid version. So it's not just Emperor Pilaf who's like in kid form here in this Dragon Ball new Dragon Ball series. It's just gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to watch it, but I don't want to watch it too soon because I don't know when the second season of like not second it's not second season, is it second season? Well, the new season of Dragon Ball Super.
Interesting, but yeah, if I were you, Raquel, while you're waiting for Dragon Ball Super, it would not hurt to watch a few episodes of Dragon Ball Daima for the time being.
Right.
That way you already got your feet in the water for that series while you wait for the second season of Dragon Ball Super.
Right, but I know
it does not hurt to give it a shot.
Right, but I since I'm a really major Dragon Ball fan, I know if I start watching one episode, I'm gonna binge watch it. I'm gonna binge watch it, and I don't
see
want to
your
do that.
point.
Oh, okay. So
With all
Dragon
the
Ball Super has 2 seasons, so but possibly come back for a third. Okay, if the third really comes out soon, then I'll watch Dragon Ball Daimia.
Alrighty. But I'm pretty excited though. For what's coming. Joker. I guess the next one is a case of what Sega does, what Nintendo don't. So, what's going on here? 350 plus various Sega prototypes from multiple systems, the DS, the DSi, and the 3DS, have been acquired by the Video Game Preservation Museum. The problem? The museum needs 60,000 pounds to purchase them all.
Okay, hold on. 60,000 pounds. Okay, 60,000 pounds.
I think I'm terrible with my currency. I'm just trying to learn
USD.
it.
60,000 pounds.
This.
Let's see
here.
I
think this. Well,
that's $80,000 in American money.
Oof.
I
think my heart just sank a little bit. That one was like.
Let me just double check here. Yep, $80,000 in American money. That's a steep price.
Right there. I mean, these are all the different prototypes. They should definitely be preserved in the museum and not kind of like taken away from you. But at the same time, that's just like
To help them preserve these prototypes, visit the link in the replies. So they're basically asking for donations. because it's just a ridiculous amount of money.
But let's put the money factor aside for a moment. And yes, $80,000.
Like, for those who are willing to donate, I think there will be some of the mega fans out there that will do anything to game preserve. Like, even how crappy that shitty E.T. tie-in movie game was, at least that was preserved. Even for Forspoken, I'm sure some people have some copies of Forspoken that will be preserved eventually. Instead of being all in those darn landfills that are just being piled up after piled up.
Yeah.
And, these are the prototypes, but you can see that all different games are kind of like on here for examples. So who knows what hidden gem somebody will find that will be on display. So.
And this right here would be a perfect opportunity for Sega to come in and say, yeah, let's go for it and try and help in some capacity. This would be because not only would it be perfect PR press and everything, but given the stupidity of Nintendo with how they're handling their games, this would be a great opportunity to rival that. I mean, Nintendo has a museum going on in Japan. This is Sega's opportunity to say, hey, we got one too. This would be a perfect opportunity. And some of those prototypes we never heard of until fairly recently. And looking at the photo of all this, it's like looking into a mirror. It's like looking into the world of back then, when you had the Genesis, when you had the Nintendo, the NES, and then the Super Nintendo, and of course the crappy Jaguar and the Sega Dreamcast. It is so bizarre to see this format right here. It's so bizarre because we're all used to like we're now in the digital age,
right?
But beforehand, we were used to the discs and everything, like the CDs,
DVDs, like the VHS, the
Oh,
VHS
yeah.
tapes,
Joy-Cons.
the
We were so used to
SNES, Game Boy, handheld.
Game Boy was my favorite.
Stuff like that. Like, we came a long way from that. We still use like DVDs and CDs.
You ain't wrong, bud. You ain't wrong. But looking at this, I can't imagine the stress of putting like a Sonic game on these type of formats, like the stress and everything. But these types of things do deserve to be preserved.
Right. Let's see how Sega, how many games they have in all. Let's see. Officially, they have 876 licensed games, but it's likely in the thousands.
Like,
okay, that's gonna probably take you, I don't know, several months to go through them all.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I mean, we know there's definitely a bunch of different lost medias out there. Remember, weeks ago, or months ago, actually, we talked about the famous hentai was rediscovered after a private collector was like, all right, I have it. I mean, that must have been one big tough talk about that to get that hentai back into public space, that you can find it, scan it, and then it was ready to go. So it's like, wow, good Lord. I know there's stuff that I want to find that sadly no one will find, or sometimes those collectors, they'll hold on to them and be like, no, it's not going to come out.
And they go for a lot of money. And I did, I did search like what are the rare video games from Sega. One of them is Blockbuster World Championship 2, Tetris, Musha, or Musha metallic uniframe super hybrid armor.
Oh, what?
Outback Joey, Crusader of Sentry. How do you say that? CNTY.
Century.
But there's no R in there. Senti? I don't know.
Senti?
I don't know how you say that. And then Undeadline. So those
Undead.
are the ones that are considered rare in Sega. Let's see here. Rare video game that, let's see. Rare expensive video game. Let's see. Tetris. Extremely rare. Placing its value around $16,000.
Oh,
Just for Tetris?
I beg pardon.
I'm
No way.
doing a Google search, and that's what it says. The Sega Genesis version of Tetris is extremely rare. Some estimates placing its value around 16,000.
What?
That's a lot of moolah for one game cartridge.
Did the scalpers get after
No.
this, or are they truly? Well, I do both believe you, but also I'm.
Have a good one,
shocked.
General Sorrow. Look! That number was so big. That number was so huge. Even General Sorrow got
She brought that up, I think.
Let's see. Blockbuster World Championship fetches prices around 3,000. Outback Joey, that's 2,000. Musha is like around $400. Musha's could be better, but not that bad. But Jesus, Tetris for $16,000? Crikey.
Outback Joe is the second Mega Drive fitness action platform developed by Western Technology and published by Heartbeat Action, specifically designed to utilize the fitness center's integrated Mega Drive by Heartbeat Catalyst. It was released exclusively in the United States in November of 1993, only available as a pack-in with either the Heartbeat Catalyst or the Heartbeat Personal Trainer, as the hardware only had a production run of 1,000 units in total. It assumes not many more copies of Outback Joey were produced as well. As such, both are considered some of the rarest piece of Mega Drive history in existence. So, good luck trying to find one, along with having the no wonder why it's so expensive.
Yeah, man. This might just take some, taking.
I mean, you're not wrong. This is a great conversation to have because.
Goddamn Bacon says, hearing Raquel say crikey was not on my bingo card for tonight. Hey, thank you, Goddamn Bacon. I needed to laugh.
I needed a good laugh along with holy crap. That
right.
Jesus Christ.
I know this
about or something that is hard to find to trying to find, like, good luck trying the first Magical anime that's not in worse condition.
Right. I know the Super Mario game, I think the one in the NSES one, like it has record-breaking prices at the auction and stuff. So,
and
that's
that
gonna
depends
be
on if it's still in the box and the right
yeah.
print that people are very, very critical of what they're actually trying to find.
It's crazy. I when you go to like a convention, you'll see like obviously everyone knows like the old school comics from the 30s, 40s, 60s, and stuff like that have to like they're like graded and stuff like what like what grade they are in, like if they're good or bad. Now they're doing it to like video games now. It's just like so crazy to me.
Oh, the retro video that has its whales big time.
Oh my god.
There's
Me and
two
Joker,
big
we've
scalpers.
been we've seen some
I
like
remember this even being reported on the news that my mom and dad were like, look at the Super Mario game that sold for an exponential amount of money," and I said, "No, that's obviously fake because there's no way it would get up that high for that grade. That's ridiculous. Something's a little, well, to me, was suspicious about that because there's no way something that was nearly perfect would sell for that high at auction. There was no way." And speaking of stuff that was found, it's drawn lost media, by the way, folks. The long lost, uncensored scenes from the film Hokuto no Ken, known to English audience as Fist of the North Star, were found by this user, professional.
Let's see. The long lost
A scene
uncensored
along with more information
scenes.
to all the prize, not safe for work material. Let's see what we got here. Oh,
Uncensored footage. Okay.
see the attached. Wow, wow, wow,
oh
wow. Well, okay then. What else is there? But I think that goes to show you that even when stuff is lost, it can still be found.
Let me see.
Granted, it will depend on which version you're looking for. Obviously, Japan's going to have all the uncensored content, and then stuff does get re-edited here, not just here in America, but along with the world as well, depending on our censorship policies. I think nowadays are being a little bit more freely with stuff, with some censorship still here and there, but I think that goes to show you that when stuff is being refound again, they're putting it right back into it where it right belongs. Like I said, with our hentai one that we talked about, good luck trying to find very poor quality of stuff because it was either in poor quality or some stuff would be in better shape than others depending on stuff that you're looking for, depending on who you're asking. Like for me, example that I know is look what happened to the original Magic, the like Japan's first Magic Girl show. Good luck trying to find stuff that's still in millimeters, hand drawn, that's in better condition, that isn't kind of like stuff that has mold on it, because that's how kind of bad it's been getting lately with that one. So I mean, you can watch it; it still looks good for the time period, for the art style, the cell shade stuff. But good luck trying to find stuff that isn't in bad condition. And a private collector probably has one that's in better condition, but may not want to sell it or may not be like, I don't want to scan it in. I mean, it's not just that; it's just that how many of these prints are still available. That's the question. It doesn't have to be stuff that you have. It could be stuff that anybody could have that could be helping out. It's all over the place. Games, films, TV shows, stuff that was never made, to having stuff. Apparently on Instagram, somebody found this. Somebody has the original version of Land Before Time before it was edited down.
really?
I hold on. Yes. Hold on. I'm gonna find that quickly while you guys keep on talking because it's like I know because I know there's copyright music in there, but it's somebody has it, and if it's legit, I'm like, why don't you? I don't know if it's a copyright issue. I don't know what it is, but What do I gotta go to? Okay, where's all my? Oh, there we go. Because somebody found it, I'm like, or somebody does have it, and it's like, okay then, let's go. Why don't we? Like, even I was shocked. Like, you mean those minutes that was cut down because Spielberg said it was too scary for children? As in that Land Before Time that was edited down by that Spielberg?
Land Before
See, I
Time.
know
That's
it's here
like
somewhere.
a
I
good
know it's here. I don't
dinosaur
have the script.
movie that I watched back as a kid.
Yep, Don Bluth himself.
Like I'm like, still to this day, I'm like Bambi, The Lion King, and now Land Before Time. The kids, one of the kids' parents dies tragically. I'm like, I'm sensing an ongoing trope here.
Yep, the trope is real and everything. Though there are times when Disney does let some parents be together and everything, like like the Aristocats, like with Duchess and her kittens, and when she meets O'Malley.
Right.
Let's see what other one. Mulan with her parents, her parents.
Ooh, POV.
Oh,
You find the lost Land Before Time footage everyone's been asking for.
Land Before Time. Like, look at the timestamp. This better be. The fact it's also censored. It's like, good sir. Please tell me someone is reaching out to you.
Littlefoot
And
couldn't believe
we're
it
getting the
either.
scan, please. Or if Dom, I know Mr. Bluth is still alive because one of my friends saw him at a convention.
Oh yeah, 101 Dalmatians too.
Yeah, 101 Dalmatians. You're correct on that.
Please, sir, respect. Show us the full uncensored trial. Yes,
What a teaser! Please, sir, with respect, show us the full uncensored.
Ending a rage of a little for funds. Oh, don't give me Ducky.
No,
They have the lead scene. Roughly 20 minutes was cut from the film, being deemed 2/10 was thought to be lost for decades.
So this is like
please.
Deleted scenes that should have been in the movie but was taken out. Ooh, that's extra footage right there.
According to Spielberg, he said that they were too scary or too tense for kids, hence the cut. I know some scenes where the T-Rex were cut out. That was the obvious thing. It's supposed to be like.
What? Just
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something corny, and you guys can throw your tomatoes at me. Release the Spielberg cut.
Oh, I was that corny. But what did the dinosaurs chomp some kind of side chops and there's blood everywhere or something like that?
Well, it was. I think they were going for a G rating or PG at the time when PG actually meant PG.
PG.
Right.
Actual parental guidance. Now then it got a G rating, so it's like. But I think this would be a great question for. If someone talks to Don Bluth, they should ask the question, that $1 million question, say, all right, Dom, what were those 20-minute scenes that were cut from the film?
Let's see. The original film came out in 1988. It's only an hour and 8 minutes. So they cut it down to an hour and 8 minutes. So how long is this extra footage?
Allegedly 20 minutes was cut.
So if they have kept that in there, the film would have been 1 hour and 20 minutes instead of what it is now.
That's correct.
Now I'm curious. Give us the hidden footage.
Oh, okay, wait, okay. So, okay, I found. Okay, hold on. Let me get that back up there. Apparently, something. Thank God, Instagram is here for the day for me again.
This is Before Time, directed by Don Bluth and executive produced by
Okay, here we go.
Spielberg and George Lucas, did originally have more content that was cut either before or after production, mostly due to concerns that certain scenes were too intense or traumatizing for young children. Here's a summary of what was cut. 1.
What?
Sharp-tooth attack scenes, originally much more violent. The sharp-tooth T-Rex attacks were longer and more graphic. There were scenes with more direct contact, including gore, like visible blood when Littlefoot's mother is injured. Spielberg and Lucas wanted to tone it down for younger audiences, especially after test screens where children were terrified. Several minutes were trimmed, especially during the scene where Littlefoot and Sierra try to fight Sharptooth in the water.
That makes more sense.
Okay, that makes
Littlefoot's
sense.
mother's death, the emotional aftermath of her death was usually longer and more drawn out. Some scenes showed Littlefoot mourning for an extended period, which were trimmed for pacing and emotional intensity. 3. Extended earthquake scene. The earthquake scene, which splits the dinosaurs from their families, was more intense and destructive, with more danger shown to the characters. 4. Sierra's confrontation with Sharptooth, an extended version of Sierra encountering Sharptooth alone and being traumatized by the experience, was significantly cut down. 5. Narration and dialogue cuts. The film originally had more narration by Pat Hingle to explain the world events, but much of it was removed to favor showing rather than telling. 6. Deleted songs and scenes. Some reports and storyboards suggest there were additional musical numbers or character moments that were removed during editing to make the film more serious and less like a traditional Disney-style musical. Many of these deleted scenes were believed lost for a long time, and only some low-quality storyboards or VHS bootlegs exist. Fans have long hoped for director's cut, but as of now, Don Bluth has said that the original footage was never preserved in a releasable format.
Why? Well, that is a lot to take in, but like we said, stuff like that does happen, and it's not that uncommon. Look how much of the era for the silent films would be lost. Paul W.S. Anderson, he always kept saying that I have a copy of my original version of Event Horizon, but sadly, that was destroyed in the process after the VHS movie sales boomed and they were going to make a director's cut, but someone didn't store the film correctly, and all that footage is lost in time, save for bootleg versions that do show up every now and then. And some of the actresses were like, oh yeah, I remember shooting that scene. And when he did find a copy, it's like, I'll watch with my producer sometime after Resident Evil 2011. Doesn't watch it. He's like, oh, I'll watch it soon, he says. Doesn't watch it. We asked, when are you going to watch it with your producer? Well, he's in Italy now doing films over there, and I don't want to watch it. Like, Mr. Paul W.S. Anderson, I need your original cut, man. I bought the 4K version for you, just for you, buddy. Just so I can motivate you to be like, make the cut. Watch the movie. You deserve to have your film to be preserved. But it's not that uncommon, really. It really isn't. And if he does have the version, please, good sir, get it scanned. Show Dom the footage so we can all watch it. And then I can go from this to that motherfucking movie was cut down. These kids need to grow up.
Well, they did a test screen and the kids were like terrified.
Well, look at the Black Cauldron as well. Scared the
Yeah.
crap out of kids.
Lulu
Could've made a
says, I've
PG-13.
seen Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, Gremlins, Critters, Red Sonja, Conan, Lord of the Rings, ANI.
The Secret of Not was it Secret Nas?
ANI. I don't know what that
Secret
is.
Nymph? Secret
I don't,
Nymph.
ANI. I don't know what that is. Never ending story, all the goodness as a kid. What do you mean ANI? I know it's abbreviation for something.
Elaborate that one, Lilith. Elaborate that for us. Oh,
Animated.
animated.
Oh, Lord of the Rings animated. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Lilith, for the
The
clarification.
Hobbit animated. Ralph Eisen's Lord of the Rings animation. Yep.
It was a good one too. Like people forget. I know the name of it. Trying to The Secret of Nymph.
Yep, I mentioned that. That was
Yeah.
that ending is
Joker mentioned.
heartbreaking because in the actual book is a downer of an ending.
So here's what we know. So the sharp tooth scenes were going to be a lot longer, a lot more violent.
Right.
Granted, Sharptooth is a T-Rex, so that's granted. And
Right.
and if they were going to go with more show than tell, that falls in line to what that Rex is capable of. Now, I know you mentioned the test screen was to the children and everything. With I'm keeping this all in mind of that.
Right.
I do understand it's violent and everything, and it would have been a certified PG. It would have been fine as PG. But in some cases, I do understand to a degree why that was toned down. I understand. Number two, the Littlefoot mother's death. That should have been a bit longer.
The
original cut does work as well because
it was drowned out, but I think it was. I guess the two.
Well, Lilith's right. I love you, Lilith. Water ship down. You want to be traumatized. You want to be scared. You want to not see the world as you think you once did. Watch Watership Down. Not the crappy BBC version, but the original animation voiced by John Hamm. Oh my God.
No,
I am still traumatized to that day. To this day, I'm traumatized.
And then the Sarah with the Sarah being alone with Sharptooth scene.
I would have loved to see that actually.
I would like to see that because that adds to that does add to the psychological.
Well, it adds to the story, yes. Maybe with the Littlefoot, being really sad with his mother passing, maybe they thought it was just too dragged out, and that's why they cut it. I guess
I can see it that way, especially when you lose a parental figure separated from, grandma and grandpa. And to me, it's kind of like him crying at the feet. Kind of like, I did kind of cry with my dog when he passed away. And I was just like, I lost my best friend. He's probably trying to say, let's go, Mom. Like, no. Or trying to do something with his mom just to be like, oh, you hate this, come on, wake up. I can definitely see it that way, but it's also probably him sleeping next to his mom one last time. And then he has to go because maybe Sharptooth was coming. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
So I can definitely see it that way. But the original cut of how they shot it and animated with the death is still heartbreaking.
Oh, big news.
Ooh, what happened?
Ooh.
What's the big news?
Joker, we got our first teaser for Mortal Kombat 2 starring Carl Urban as Johnny Cage.
Oh, that one. I was about to show you that one. But that one's
let's dive into that.
Trailer. That's the fake movie. But we can show the fake movie poster, though. Find the fake movie poster. Because this is very much a Johnny Cage character. They're doing the more. He once was a big massive star. Now he's a wash-up star, which I think that's the right thing to do with Cage's character, with this interpretation of Cage.
Well,
Is it this one, Joker? Is this one?
well, I have to say, like on the just
Yep.
ending things with the Land Before Time, they should really release the hidden footage for us because I would like to see it.
Oh,
It's
absolutely. There are
I'd love
certain.
to see this footage.
I
Some
would
of
like
us
to
have.
see. I would like to see. Well, the Littlefoot morning one. I understand too drawn out. Yes, I agree with that cut. I
I'd
agree
love
with
to see the
that.
earthquake. Because what was it more like? Because in the
Oh, the
movie,
earthquake.
it was
I
like
feel like that should have been more emphasized. Because remember,
Mhm.
it's an earthquake, and I feel like yes, it should have been more emphasized than what we got. Because that's
well,
how it
also,
was.
well, I think to me as well, not just the sharp tooth and Sierra scene. I want to know what James Horner's score was like if that was removed as well. If they cut that scene out, music probably had to be changed or just not be made anymore. Because you gotta wonder what was the score would have been like. Would have been more tense and dreadful.
There
Because
was
James,
more narration that we didn't hear.
exactly. What other variations of the theme would we hear for Shark Tooth? Because I would love to hear. But yeah, but for the Mortal Kombat movie, for Johnny Cage's poster for a fake movie, this screams Cage. Like this is
Yes,
Johnny Cage.
I could see this actually. This would
The
be
trailer's out tomorrow, so next week we'll cover what we liked in that darn trailer. But it's Mortal Kombat. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you'll like the fake movie that goes along with the real movie. So, and this is clever marketing for Johnny, showing the egoness. He's a washout star fighting in the Mortal Kombat tournament. So, yay!
and honestly, this does work. Surprise! Now people be like a live action Johnny Cage movie. What are you nuts? Look right here, ladies and gentlemen. It works somehow in the wacky world of flying thunder gods and Scorpion ripping his face off with flaming skulls.
Kano with laser eyes, Kung Lao with his metal hat, you name it. This is not out of the ordinary.
And yet, surprisingly, this works. I
I would
see that.
love to watch this fake movie, honestly.
I
I would love to watch
pay.
it.
I would pay big money to go see this. I would
As
pay
long
big
as he's not referencing movies from MK1
money.
2020s, then I'll be fine. Because I hated that Cage so much. It's like,
Oh,
get away from her, you
ugh,
bitch. And then it's like,
ugh.
what? This is
That
the
was
guy
bad.
you want, Kung Lao.
That was bad. I cringed so
I
hard
mean,
at that scene.
like,
To where
please.
to where I accidentally Joker. I
So who
squeezed.
do I want to see in the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer? We know we're getting Katana. We are definitely getting her this time around. They teased her. They teased her in the first movie. We got Melina, but we need to see Katana. It's time.
Oh, I agree. It's time. It is time because I would love to see it, but I'll hold off.
Have
I'll
you
hold off. I'll hold off the trailer for next week's discussion. Well, that way we're fresh,
right?
ready to go.
Have you guys seen Mortal Kombat Legends Cage match
That
movie?
was a good one. I've seen the Legend stuff. Those were
Yeah,
some
that
good
was
stuff
that
in
was
there.
good.
That was a good one. The Katana Melina one was pretty good. I like the fact they got some of the one of the older actors to come back. I was like, that's how you know you're the GOAT. You're coming back for some of the stuff. It's like, this is good. Speaking about Mortal Kombat, here's one more. I'm hoping this is the last fighter they reveal because I need no more fighters after this. Please, no more fighters.
Joker's heart can't take it because
I can't. Vidu Jamala. I hope I'm saying his name. Will be cast as Dollhouse. Help me out here. I can't pronounce this.
Dallasine?
That was
Dalsim, maybe?
seen. That was seen in the live-action Street Fighter movie, and so this is more the Indian fighter that we got in Street Fighter Five, if I'm correct. Because I know he's from Five. And another one. Help me out here, Anime Knight.
Question:
He is from 5.
Okay.
If
Yes.
this is the guy the character. This is the character. Then why are they casting a younger dude?
Well, he's meant to be older a little bit. Definitely, we'll see him wear some makeup. Again, they better be training for these, like movies, because you cannot.
Wait a minute. He was in Street Fighter 3 Alpha 3. His first appearance was Street Fighter 2 the World Warrior in 91. Okay.
I mean, to me, like, it's just my prerogative. If that's the character that are, from the Street Fighter, in my perception, wouldn't he just cast an older dude for that role instead of like a younger dude? I mean, I think that would be a lot easier just doing like, makeup and cosmetics. Am I wrong or am I wrong when I'm wrong?
Well, he's 44 years old.
Not that bad.
He could still pull he could still pull it off. And remember he does do his own stunts from time to time. So
okay. So got someone who's doing his own stunts, so he's got some of the physicality, but you're not exactly wrong. It's a good question because you can hire an actor's actor or someone who's really good at acting for a role like this, where you could get yourself an older gentleman to play it, but then you need to find like a younger stunt double who can do the work for him. Like there's a reason why I do not like the current.
I'm not hating on the guy. I'm willing to give him a chance and see how he does.
Yeah, like the current actor who's playing M. Bison right now. I'm like, he could do it, but I got to see him in the costume and action. But there's a reason why I don't like the current stuff of constantly de-aging actors.
Yeah,
it is frustrating.
It's similar how they like
the animators and VFX artists.
How it's exactly the same how they de-age Anakin Skywalker from the Ahsoka Tano TV show.
Exactly.
Well, the Kenobi, the Kenobi one, they let him age in that one. They let him age a little bit. He's still the Padawan and everything, but he looks much older, almost into knighthood. He almost looks to the knighthood. He was like almost to the knighthood phase, which we saw in the Clone Wars miniseries of 03. So there's a pass in that. I give that a pass because he has improved later on after his fight with Ventress. So I could easily place that one right there in that timeline.
Right.
Because he's that close to being knighted as a Jedi Knight. So it makes sense in a way.
Right. It makes sense in
but I do see where you're coming from in the Ahsoka when he's in
the TV show Ahsoka.
While he still looked badass and everything, I could still see the argument.
The de-age Hayden Christensen, aka Anakin Skywalker, in the TV show. Like he's like in his like Hayden's like in his mid-40s, I think.
Well, yeah, you're right, and he was here for Fan Fusion about a month ago. He was here for Fan Fusion. He made his appearance here. I literally got to see him. I didn't interact or anything, but he did look good. He still looks good for his age, but I do agree with the de-aging. The reason why I like Casino so much, they didn't de-age the characters fully. They didn't digitally do it. They had them like color their hair and everything, which is fine. I can easily agree with that, and they still look good. But I do understand the why, though, because I've seen a few of the newer Robert De Niro movies.
In my opinion, I didn't see his last gangster movie, but I'm like, but the one that was with the Irishman,
Yeah, that
rough
one.
at the beginning. However, the more the film went on, it was like the de-aging went away. Actually, it was like, this is some pretty good performances. Save for two specific scenes, they can tell that, oh, these are de-aged. That these are actually De Niro and oh god, hold on a second. And
Al Pacino.
no, Joe Pesci.
Oh
Is when
oh
they're
my
at the
God.
truck stop and they're like looking back of, this is how we first met. They just look at the engine. They didn't bend their back, so you can tell. That's how you can easily tell it was them, because they cannot bend their back as good. Had it been younger actors with the de-aging, I think they could have made the illusion work a bit better, but it also would have made it look too fakey. The fakey fake one comes when good old Robert De Niro destroyed the crap out of the guy who accidentally hit his daughter.
Yeah,
And you
that
can
was
tell this is CGI. They did
that
not have a
was
whole lot of time. That scene was bad. I wished it was, again, a younger actor doing it, but I'm not going to stop Mr. Scorsese. I don't want to be shot by Joe on that day.
hell no.
So,
Hell
but
no.
but that's my problem with a lot of de-aging stuff. The worst one actually came from Captain Marvel with Sam Jackson.
Oh my
Because it
lord.
looked
Oh,
really good, actually, until he started to run or get up or at the keyboard. His performance was fine, but wow, you can tell Sam is getting up there in age. And
I
it
think
only
he's
looked really
70.
good when he did that one fight scene in the hallway. And I was like, damn, I'm like, where was this for all the other stuff? Or why couldn't we pick
It
this
makes you
actor
question.
to
It's like,
play? It makes you question, why couldn't you pick that actor to play the younger version, and instead of wasting time on de-aging?
just have Samuel L. Jackson act out his lines, and then just have the stunt double do like the sitting, the fighting, and everything, and you would have been fine. You would have been fine. We would
But I'm
we
going to
would
give
have
this
still
actor the
loved it.
benefit of the doubt. So good luck. So good luck, sir. So, but please do not reveal any more Street Fighter characters. I want to be
Yeah, this is
surprised
our
who's going to be
last
in here.
bit of
Please let this be the
our
last one.
news. This is
Because
the
I know
last bit of
Phoenix is going
actor
to say,
news we're going to
okay, are we
do with
just
this
doing
series.
Alpha 2 or 3? And I'll be going, I don't know which they're doing. You guys are the Street Fighter fans versus me. So please, let that be the last one. Speaking of which, we're going to do a little more supporting some rumors, and hopefully, for me, of course, being a big Kingdoms of Amalur fan, a rumor,
More.
Vakekeeper trademark applied by THQ Nordic for possible Kingdom of Amalur sequel. So this will finally be, if this is true, we'll finally get a long-awaited sequel to a cult classic video game that came out back in the mid 2010s. And if Vakekeeper is trademark, please let it be trademark. Then me and Bubba, we'd be more than happy to play this day one. What is Kingdoms of Amalur about? Well, it's another medieval or high fantasy. Well, it's close to high fantasy Western RPG. But the thing about this one, your character apparently died first, resurrected in this Lazarus style pit, freaking League of Shadow style, everything. You come back from the dead, but then you realize there's just bodies after bodies after bodies. So this isn't just, oh, this is a one and done thing. No, they were testing you for something, people for something. Anyway, when you get out and escape and everything, you find out that, well, you have no fate. Huh? But everyone has a fate. A fate weaver, one of your first companions you meet, he literally says, I don't know what's your fate. Who are you? So basically, you are not tied by fate. Your destiny is your own. And as you play the game, you realize, well, we have the great Jim Cunningham as the lead villain with his dark armies of elves trying to conquer all of Amalur. So we got to save the world again. But there's one more problem. There's a dragon threat that's coming, and it's up to you to defeat not only Jim Cummingham's, but this dragon who's slowly awaking. The army was a distraction. The real threat is the dragon. So, ooh boy. Also, in this game, you can pull out some pretty cool basic standard combos. You can go from a sword to chakram, staves, magic. You can have Scorpion's bow whip from Mortal Kombat and just say, "Get over here," to a lot of enemies. But the thing that makes this game stand out the most is the fate mechanic. Build up the bar, charge it up, and you do, well, twice as heavy attacks. But you also can gain XP much faster. So, ooh.
Okay,
there's some
that would
cool
be very
animations.
helpful. That's
And if
actually
you have a bunch
quality
of
of life
enemies
right there.
lined up in a row, once you beat knock down all of them with the fate mode engage, you can press B or whatever the button command is, do the quick time event, and you'll see the bar go 20%, 30, 40, 50, 99, 100%. And with the right amount of different gears for XP or cards you have, you can literally break the system. It's pretty cool, actually. Obviously, there's standard fighter, thief, mages guilds, but some of them will give you extra benefits, actually. You can go off the beaten path and join this House of Elves where they have a long-awaited prophecy that they need to fulfill. And you can fulfill it all the way completely. Or you can kind of slowly betray them at the end and team up with the bad guy and rewrite history. And when you rewrite history, this guy will say, well, you didn't do it completely, but maybe this is what we were destined for. And as you and your partner now rule the house, it's pretty cool, actually. Though I wish they do more, but this is a good RPG. It's available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, so go for it. Or you can get the more re-release version of Re-Reckoning, which kind of does update the game a little bit. And Re-Reckoning gives us our third and final expansion, actually. There were two expansions, actually. One being pirate theme. The Islands of Dead Keel. You fight a skeleton pirate. How cool is that? Also, you get your own island and a kingdom to rule over. Pretty cool. So I'm excited. If this is true, I waited too long for a damn sequel, and this is one that we deserve to have to come back. Speaking about, how about a brand new action game mixed with Shifu and Sleeping Dog vibes? This is Axe of Blood, demo available on Steam by a single developer. So big shout out to Fajuro97. So good, sir. Congratulations.
back.
We here at Knightcast support your game, and it's available on Steam. So huzzah. Well done. Speaking about stuff, Mandy Summers of come on, there we go. Stuntman Comics. A new comic book called Gem Shock is finally being ready to ship out the door. Yes.
Nice. Yes.
And
we like this.
And as always, you know me, I'm one of the backers on this.
You're gonna get. You're gonna get your copy.
We're gonna get our copy. So it's.
Joker,
I haven't
if you get,
notification part yet, but it's coming. It's coming.
Joker,
So
if we have a Knightcast episode and you do get it, I want you to show it off. Show that shit off.
I'll show it off like I showed with Reaper Destroyer. I'll show that off greatly. So
because that's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. We promote.
But I kind of like the issue number one. This is the main character along with I think companion, but it's not just here's me going, it's art. Because it is art.
It is art. I love Iron Giant.
It's a really cool comic. There's some great people like Dale and a few others on here that she'll like slowly this is some great artwork, really. Mandy's a really talented writer, Peter is also a great comic book artist. He did a Jack the Ripper Vampire Hunter. So if you guys want stuff, the store is called Stuntman Comics. So go to stuntmancomics.com if you want some nice comics that indie, they don't quite
Hey,
hold
Chico
back. The
Senpai.
prices are very fair,
We're wonderful.
reasonable. You guys want some undead stuff? They have some cool undead stuff too. So comics are available. So go for it. Check them out.
Absolutely. Again, big congrats to Gem Shock for getting the first edition out and everything. Very excited to hear about all this, and I cannot wait to see Joker just promote the hell out of this thing. I cannot wait. That's what we're all about, folks. We love promoting stuff. If you have a promotional thing, I know earlier we had somebody in the chat, but we were really busy with the segment. I do apologize on behalf of everybody. I do apologize. If they're still in the chat, please mention it and everything. So what do we got here? What do we got? Oh, this is that's beautiful. Oh,
Better
that's
look
pretty.
at Gem Shock. So I'm excited. Manny's a really good writer. Fandano and Dale, they're really good artists out there. So I've seen a little bit of Dale's work here and there, but this is classic 80s, 90s female heroines. Funny enough, there was a little store that went behind this. It's a little embarrassing. Well, what did Manny say again? Like, there was a whole link and everything for it that people could go to it, but after a while, I guess it's like, wait, where is this? We want to support it, and it's like, wait, do we have to censor a little bit of? She's got claws, she's got diamonds and everything, gems. So it was a little hard, but it's like they figured it out. But that was one of the things you go, but it was fine. It was harmless, very
but I
harmless.
understand. I
we
understand
that going to the loops and hoops. But Mandy, I love you, girl. Also, by the way, folks, Mandy Summers, she does have a YouTube channel here, so she does stream often enough. So if you go to Mandy Summers, tell her that I sent you. So she does stream a lot, talks with a lot of different people. So you might learn a few things here or there from them.
Sweet. So Joker, I think we could probably talk about this. Apparently, Donkey Kong might come to the big screen on his own. So while we're waiting for the Super Mario 2 movie, apparently Universal Pictures acquired the film copyright for an untitled Donkey Kong movie.
Ooh.
So you can go anywhere.
I think it could work. I mean, Donkey Kong has his own lineup of games.
Because remember, we have Donkey Kong Country. We have that one.
Yep. And
you could go anywhere with that. However, keep Seth Rogen away.
Better than the crappy CGI show, which had its charm. I'll be fine with it. If Diddy's not in it, I agree. No, Diddy, I'm not watching.
Which one? Jokes aside, this has my interest because I'm like, this raises the question of we could get a Donkey Kong movie, and I would like to see it kind of. I hope they don't go the route of Knuckles, because I want to see Donkey Kong at his best, where he's not with Mario, he's not with the Mushroom Kingdom, he's with everybody on Kong Island. I think that's the name of the island. Correct me if I'm
yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I would like to see, heck, if you want to have it take place in Donkey Kong Country style, yeah, I could be on board with that. And keep it animated like this. This was a great. I loved anime. I loved what uh um uh
Illumination.
Illumination. Thank you. Did with the Donkey Kong in animated form. Keep this style. Keep this style. We love this style. Keep it. But don't have Seth Rogen do it. Don't have him do it.
Look, I can appreciate Steph in a few projects, but I think DK, he needs a better voice.
Yes.
Though, please bring back whoever voiced Diddy Kong. I
Yes.
said sit down.
Yes. I loved
said
him.
sit down. That means you, Diddy Kong. Sorry.
So Joker, your thoughts on this?
Nintendo did announce a few streams back ago that they did want to branch out more than just Zelda and Mario. We did talk about like
That does
Metroid
tie
and a
into
few
that.
others. So this is in perfect lineup. This also comes off hot off the tail of Sega announcing they want to do spin-offs from the Sonic franchises. So this is more wins for the studios, for the gaming side, for the film production crew, and a win for us fans because just give us more of this stuff. If the stories are good, like I said with Mario's not known for story. Just give me a cool adventure story and I'll be fine with it. Same thing with Donkey Kong. I want to go on an adventure. I want to see stuff. I want to fight their crocodile and nemesis. So I can do that. I want to see what Diddy Kong's up to. A couple of side plots here and there. They don't have to be connected, but if there's like an overarching story, I'm fine with it. Let's see some cool adventures.
Raquel, what's your opinion? Go right ahead. The baton is all yours.
I would love to see it like an animated Donkey Kong movie. Like, why not? They've done Super Mario and a live action Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, yeah, keep the ball rolling.
Because I love Shadow. They did wonderful with Shadow and seeing Mel Sonic and Amy.
Well, you know what? If this does well, maybe we'll open the door for a Crash Bandicoot movie.
I would
never
pay
gonna do it because with Activision.
Oh yeah, that's right. We almost had a Crash Bandicoot cartoon show. We almost had it.
Oh,
And then Activision killed it. They
you
had the
son of.
Hey, let me.
I
You
can
talk.
do this.
You two talk real quick. Let me find it.
Okay.
Let me find it.
Well, if there was like a Crash stuff, I would be like all over that within a heartbeat because I'm like almost a Crash show, almost a Crash show. I mean, that's a weird property to do, but I think if they had the right talent, they could at least done it. Something interesting.
Like, I remember we were supposed to get a Sly Cooper movie, but that fell through, unfortunately.
That fell apart too, just not making like word. Like the trailer looked good enough. I'm like, okay, this could work. I can see that. I'm a Sly Cooper guy.
Me too.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I would like to see Carmelita, Bentley, Murray, like all in action. Oh my God, are you serious?
Oh, so this would have been the cartoon right here.
Yeah, it would have been.
Cool.
This was in 2021, so we were still on the cusp. But we had the Crash Bandicoot 4 came out, that sold huge, and it was going to be for the Crash Bandicoot 25th anniversary. It was in development for 1 year, in development, and guess what? The cancellation of the show came from the actual fact of Activision and Amazon sharing different creative visions, and unfortunately Activision walked away, and that was the end of it.
Man.
In this style though, I would, because it's Crash. I mean, look at this is how I envision if this cartoon was they go through and everything. This is how you would do it right here. I'm a-okay with this style because look, that's Crash right there being brainless and just being goofy and everything, and Cortex being Cortex. Oh, I would pay billions for this. That begs the question, where are our billionaire gamer fans? Guys, you're sitting on a load of money. Do something with it, please. And you'll make more money in the long run.
I
Come
see,
on.
like with Sly Cooper, like it was the movie. It was slated to release in 2016.
I know, but
the next
never happened. It just
in
disappeared.
in 2017, it was unfortunately shelved.
And some people are wondering with how some of the stuff with Sony lately, some of the live action stuff did. Will we see some revitalized projects?
I would like to see more Sly Cooper video games. I'd like to see the film.
We need more video games. We need more shows. I mean,
Absolutely.
we got 1, 2, and 3 on PS4 and PS5, which I was very, very much happy. I was very happy for Anime Night. Stop. I was very happy as Sly Cooper fan that we get 1, 2, and 3 back on PS4, PS5. So happy, and I bought the crap out of them. I said, guys, support this so we can get Sly 5 or even Sly 4.
Dev Madon told me off camera. Dev Madon, who I went to go see at Game On Expo.
I know.
He told me off camera, off record. He told me off record. He would like to see Sly 5.
We need a proper Sly 5. I hope Dev, if you're still watching on the record for me, you better come to Wisconsin. I'm gonna find your social media. I will find your handler. I will go to town and be like to my conventions I go to here. Be like, bring this guest. Please bring this guest. Please bring it. Please bring it. I need to meet one of my heroes who created one of my favorite franchises of all time. Like, Sly is made to come back. And after about doing well, we need Sly back.
I played all 3 video games. I have not played Sly Cooper Thieves in Time and Bentley's Hack Pack, which is, like a little mini game, I guess you can say. I haven't really played those games because, that's it. Because that's it. There's nothing else being done with Sly Cooper, and I like to see more. I'm sure everyone is like, is on the same boat with Jack and Daxter too.
Oh, if Jack and Daxter,
yeah,
we actually almost had Jack 4. Actually, we almost had a Jack. Oh
man!
4. Well, here's the thing: the idea for Last of Us almost was for Jack 4, actually. In some proof of concept stuff, but then it's like, okay, that's not going to work. We'll do our own thing with The Last of Us, but still with Jack 4, you can actually find the realistic concept art they have for Jack, actually. Right. And it looks pretty good. I was like, I don't care if Jack is realistic or not. This looks sick. The tempo, Tim, Daxter, it all looks good, but it sadly never materialized. And our problem with Naughty Dog nowadays,
like, I wish they could continue it, because the last video game they released was in 2009, Jack and Daxter Last Frontier, and that kind of left off a bit of a cliffhanger, a little bit, because at the end you see Jack and what's her name? Kira. They're heading to another adventure. It kind of leaves like that, and like, well, are you going to show us what happens next, or what?
Or what happens between X Combat Racing and Lost Frontier? It was supposed to be a Naughty Dog game, but then they decided to make Uncharted, and them giving it to High Impact Studios. But my problem right now, it is with Neil. It's him doing Indigo Haired Prophecy. He wants to prove he can be a director, producer, and writer like a few others. But Naughty Dog has so much talent over there. They literally could be making us a Jack HD collection again to just make Jack 4. Hire different writers. Don't listen
Yes.
to Neil. They
Make Jack
literally,
and
like Sony,
Daxter.
could be producing our
Sly,
favorite titles again and getting them out the door. But
yeah,
no,
like do Sly Cooper, do Jack and Daxter. Like we're eagerly waiting for the next adventure of
Twisted
those
Metal.
two
Come on.
franchise.
There's so many franchises Sony has from
Yeah.
PS1 and PS2 era that we want to see again, but
Definitely.
it went away. But looking at Aaron, I told him to rage about this. His beloved Crash 5 canceled. But the hands
Story plot ideas were ambitious. The Academy of Evil would have returned, where Crash would have led the ability to explore past villains, meeting Dr. Neo Cortez family, backstory of Aku, and Uka Uka, and potentially seeing their humanoid forms. Ah man, that's a bummer.
look
And
at
we would have
this.
gotten a Tiny
It's
Tiger
Crash
fight.
Rumble.
Crash Team Rumble, yes. And we would have gotten, for the first time in a long time, a pinstripe boss fight, an updated, more modern pinstripe, and I would have been for it. It's all hinting up to him right there. That bottom right photo right there. I would love to have a good boss fight with him. I loved his first boss fight in Crash 1. I wish we had more of it. He was great in Crash Team Racing. I loved racing against him. He was my favorite one out of the whole thing. And then Tiny Tiger makes an epic comeback. Because remember, the last time we saw him was in Crash of the Titan. I think it was either Crash of the Titans or Mind Over Mutant, and his design was trash. It
Crash
was
the Titans. Crash, you didn't invite me to the last party.
I wanted to fucking scream.
I Noah North.
Noah North, I love you. I respect you, but god damn it, did you pick the wrong time to play a Crash Bandicoot character? The wrong time.
I'm like,
that would be right there. And guess what? Here is Activision's excuse. Crash Bandicoot 4 didn't do enough sales. That was their excuse.
I have to say,
but guess what? They didn't care about, because remember, during that time, when October 2nd, 2020, we had the pandemic going on, and we all knew it would hinder sales. We knew that, but try telling Activision that. Try telling Activision that.
Bobby Kodak said that we're going to keep these people employed. Fires everybody.
We warned you people about the FTC. We warned about the merger with Activision and Microsoft. What happened at the beginning of that year? Me and Joker have been covering this since that merger. What has been the number one topic? The layoffs. Everybody knows when mergers happen, the layoffs are about to follow.
Microsoft again. More jobs lost, cancel games. It's all over the industry, both Western and Eastern. This hobby that we love so much, that's gotten expensive over the years, is dying.
I'm going to calm down now because I feel my heart rate going up, and I'm trying.
But I think this is a good place to end it.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm going to rage myself. I feel like I'm going to rage myself into a blackout and probably fall over. And I don't want to do that.
Let's not do that. But I have to say, with the two franchises that I talked about, like Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Crash Bandicoot, like these, like I can't believe I'm saying this. Retro now video games, well, somewhat retro, make a comeback.
They
I
are.
would,
Look at Astro Bot,
I
a big
would really
celebration of
love.
Sony's properties, the
Hmm.
companies they work with, all the first party titles. They're all in there. And when I found Sly Cooper, I was like, yes, it's my buddy. When I found Crash, I was like, there he is, there he is. It was a wonderful celebration. It was a proper 3D platformer game, one game of the year. And those developers even said we thank Nintendo as well, because without Nintendo we wouldn't be gamers. I'm like, you're right. Some of the best platforming comes from Nintendo. And then Sony had their own little mascots. Spyro, Crash, Sly Cooper, Gravity Rush, Cat and Raven from Gravity Rush. Wonderful games, by the way, that even the creator of those two games made his own studio again for Splinterheads. Even he said that I want Sony to give me the license for Gravity Rush. I'm like, oh, he's thinking about Gravity Rush
I
3.
think they should bring Uncharted back. I know Nathan Drake's story is done and
You do
all that.
Sam, you can do
But
Nadine.
They could continue it with, you know,
His brother Sam. Go with Sam.
with brother
His adventures.
Sam, and then
The two girls.
Chloe Fraser and Nadine. They did that with the Lost Legacy video game. I think
that
they
was
should
great.
continue. I think they should continue with those three characters.
I mean, they should, but Neil's going to get backlash for hiring Laura Bailey again to voice her character, even though he defended her the first time around. But there's so many wonderful, again, like Twisted Metal. You had SOCOM. Like, there's so many properties across Sony. They should do stuff. Microsoft is the same thing. Phantom Dust got canceled, and yet some of the leaked stuff that came out from the Phantom Dust reboot, it's like, this looks like a good game. Why are you afraid of making games and anything? Rare canceled their new RPG, Western RPG game that had trouble development, but it still looked good enough to be a Rare game again. And yet, these are canceled. Forza Motorsports is now canceled. They laid off some more developers over at the main studio, and now they're just a support studio. And the only Forza game you're going to get now is the Horizon as part of Forza. So Forza Horizon lived, but to this day, there's still no Fable. That damn Fable reboot is going to kill that company again. I don't care about Fable that much often, but this one game that they refuse to let out or see any more gameplay is shocking. Arcane barely even started on the new Blade game, and it's never going to come out. It's never going to come out. I don't think we're going to see a Blade game ever. It takes too long to make games these days.
Like I can tell you this much, I don't really remember back in the 90s and early 2000s video games costing this much.
I mean, I
recently cost Naughty Dog $10 million to make.
Yep. One of my friends, he had like this, he had a time capsule and everything. He had the original Toys R Us Christmas holiday catalog, and he showed the prices for the PlayStation N64 in the works. I wish we could go back to those prices, because I feel like we complained over nothing. Our parents complained over nothing. Here, let me.
Show an example.
Because you think with because the Nintendo at that time. Wrong button. I'm not used to this new layout. Because Nintendo at the time, the action set at the time would have been 99.
54, 35. See here. The Nintendo is $9.99. Yeah. I think
Not bad,
I
not
can't
bad.
really. I can't really. Can you blow up the picture or something?
Yeah, let me blow it up real quick. Here, let me exit out of that, and I'll pull. There we go. This is from 1998.
Right. So
$54.99, $34.99, $7.99,
99.
$16.99, $9.99. Like, not a bad price actually.
You'd think back then, like $99. I mean, yes, it's a lot of money, granted.
See,
But
like back
when
then
you really,
it
but
was. Sorry.
when you really look at it, though, I mean, you could, and the Game Boy Color was only $60 at the time.
Mm,
And here it is. This is the like back in the day. Oh, let me pull up the actual photo here. There we go. You would have this was like back in the day. Because Super Mario
149. Your choice. Like these games right here, like 50, 30, $60.
Because back then, when you think about it, it was not that egregious. Because remember, you had the whole game. These were completed games ready to go.
Right.
We didn't have the DLC. We didn't have the expansion pass. We didn't have uh, transactions. You had the
Right.
full game.
Right.
And you think back then, yeah, $149, that's a lot of money, yes.
Compared to what we have now, I mean, those consoles, well, out of date now. They don't really sell them anymore. So getting them, getting a either like a refurbished one or a used like new one is gonna cost a pretty penny for sure. But compared to now, like for example, the PS5, that was like $700.
PS4 was at $250, so it was like it was still had to save up enough. But like but nowadays, but that's the thing. We're not even getting some games are not even coming with manuals, covers, disc. It's all just download this, or
It's like
half the game isn't even on the disc no more. You have to still install it through the Wi-Fi. If you go back to the classic stuff that we talked about, it's plug your console into the TV, go to that special little channel, turn on the game console, put the disc in, you're ready to rock and roll.
Right. Well, we're in a digital age right now, which I agree with
And we're still not
Anime
ready
Day.
for that digital market. Look at last year or a year and a half ago, Sony literally shut down the PlayStation Portable store. And they were going to shut down the Vita along with another store. But due to all the fighting, they're like, all right, we'll back off.
Right.
But Nintendo, with the Wii U, 3DS, they said, goodbye, it's gone. Despite the backlash, despite the fight, they said, no, you're shut down now.
We may give Sony a lot of bullshit and everything.
But that's one thing they did right versus Nintendo.
That's why I'm thinking, like, here's the thing. With PS1 and the PS2, you can still play those games. of course, it's difficult to live stream those games, of course. But with the PS3, you know, it's we can still play those games as well, but you can't really play anything like stream wise. With the PS4, you can still do that. You can still play the video games and stuff. You can still live stream on it off it, but I don't know how that's gonna last though, because people are already talking about the PS6 coming in 2027, and it hasn't been like a full decade. The PS5 is still relatively somewhat new, and I'm thinking, at some point, unfortunately, the PS4 is going to be the store, and the live streaming stuff is going to be shut down, just like they did with the Xbox 360. I'm pretty much expecting that to happen. So this is what like Sony's doing. They're pretty much bringing old games into the PS5, which I've been seeing. Like, for example, there's some PS4 games you can buy on the PlayStation Store that you can play on your PS5. And that's what these gaming companies have to keep in mind. Of course we want to play your games and stuff, but you shut down, like, example, I'm just saying example, the PS4, that's gonna make us the consumer difficult to play the game. You know what I mean? So therefore they have for the companies have no choice to transfer those old games into a new console.
It's why some of these games are getting remasters and not remakes, which is the safest bet to do for a lot of them, because at least it's the masters getting, like, I know the terminology that I should know, but that's why you're seeing a lot of remasters lately, or stuff that's getting put order like for an HD for like PS4, Xbox Ones, PS5s, because at least it's still there.
Yeah. And I already have the game. I don't really want to have buy a remaster unless it's a really old game. Then I'll get the remaster. But to me, do they expect us to get, let's just say, for example, Jack and Daxter has 3 remastered video games from past consoles. Do they honestly expect us to pay for those? I think there should be in my opinion, I think there should be smarter way to do this for the people who do want to play older and current games and still can play older current games regardless of which console it belongs to. They should really follow the demographic like they have with the past with the PS1 and PS2. They should really keep on to that with future consoles. But for some odd reason, there's just not. And to me, I don't really think it's a good move.
Exactly, because we're losing.
There is an answer to that, but companies aren't willing to do that, or they're willing to spend the time, money. It's those darn loopholes they always find to. But you're absolutely right. There should be a way to preserve a lot of these games correctly. But
yeah,
it's that big, massive library. Who do they prioritize? over the others, who do we get to even has the license still? Some licenses are gone forever that we're never going to do it again. But let's end on a good happy note, because I'm glad I bought Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. I'm glad he did too.
Which I streamed, and I had way too much fun. That seashell beanie, I had a little too much fun with.
Is getting several new projects by Diorama Games and new partner. Well, to me, the Lollipop Chainsaw original producer, directors, he keeps coming out on Twitter and saying that thank you for your support for Repop. It's been successful enough. It's a cult classic for a reason. And with this news, especially with Panty and Stocking, with Daughter Belt out, I think it's safe to say, welcome back, classic games. They don't give a who you are, just have fun. Have you played Lollipop Chainsaw, by the way, Raquel?
No, it looks like a lot of horror stuff that I'm not really
Actually,
into.
it's zombie. Think about this as your self-aware zombie 80s or 90s action comedy.
I don't know.
Think like Joker. Am I fair to use this comparison like Zombieland? Or Shaun of the Dead?
Zombieland. Think about this Japan's take on Zombieland.
Yeah. Or Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. It's a really fun game to play. There's rarely any horror. It's just you in a Michael Bay style zombie action movie. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. But it's fun. I'm glad Chainsaw. I'm glad everything. I'm glad that Julie's coming back as well. There's so many weird different things they can do with Lollipop, really, that it's wonderful. Her origin, we could get a little bit of the origin story. Her with her perverted master. There's literally a character who's Master Roshi in this game.
What?
Yes. Her teacher is literally Master Roshi.
Master
and he's
Roshi.
the best character.
What are you doing?
I died laughing so hard.
We're not going to say it, but you need to play it now. She's like, I'm going to play it now.
It's a lot of fun. It's the controls take a bit to get used to, but they're practically straightforward. It's just you gotta remember it's a bit of a. You just
How
gotta
about
remember
this? I'll check the trailer and the gameplay, and see how I feel about it.
But overall,
we got her. We got her. We got her.
we got her interested. We got her interested. We got her interested, so that's a win.
I'm willing to check it out. Okay,
and she's willing to check it out.
So. He was the best one. I was like, yes. Yes.
This is what Dead Rising could. This is what Dead Rising could have been. This is what Dead Rising could have been if they didn't do that stupid censorship stuff. But I digress. Anyway, but this is a wonderful news because it's a classic IP, and it's giving new stuff going forward with it. But a company that I respect and appreciate after they told the Wokies
they fought for Lollipop. I was afraid as hell they were going to censor it, but no, that they kept it faithful enough. Nothing was changed.
They screamed. They literally they stared down the crowd. They stared down the fake fans and they blinked. And they're like, we're catering to the actual fans who are going to buy this. Me and Joker were one.
Funny enough, when I went to the first game for the first time ever at my local video store, one of the employees saw me pick up the game, and he's going through. He's like, Lollipop Chainsaw. I'm like, ooh.
Speaking of which, it did feature an anime skin from Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh yes, Dead Man Wonderland.
But I hope we do get more of that though. I hope we get more DLC because they're not done with this series. They're not done with
not
it.
yet. I think they added a couple more costumes. We'll see if people pick it up more. And people, we want a cool game available on PC and consoles. So go for the old school or go for Repop. Definitely go for Repop because
Repop is it's practically the same game as the original, but upscaled to 11. And they brought back everybody.
Or do with more updated stuff with Repop because I could barely tell the difference because I'm like, it was really good with Repop when I did the second.
And they kept the characters. They kept the characters the same, which is really good. They didn't do much to it.
Also, PC you can mod and stuff. So I know someone if someone did not put a Mashi Roshi mod in yet, do it now. Do it now. Seriously, you're gonna love the Master Roshi character. He's so the best character.
I'm
laughing. Oh, there's that other video game I'm remembering. He has a sword. It reminds me of a Jedi sword, but it's not quite
I got
like that.
No More Heroes.
Yes, No More Heroes.
Love that series. Great games. Really good games. Like, God, I need a 4. Suda, what are you doing? Give me a 4th game. Oh, wait, he's already made a new game that's coming out in the future. It's like,
no.
I love Suda 51. I truly do. One of my favorite developers.
If I'm not wrong, did they release something?
He did release No More Heroes 3 on consoles. I think that was last year. And then he has a brand new game that's coming out in the future that looks insane. But we can talk about that later. Anyway, guys, we are nearing the 3-hour mark here at Knightcast. We talked about a lot of cool surprises, some supporting the indies, some more live action mayhem. Raquel, thank you for showing up again. Me, Amy, and I, we appreciate having more people on the panel. So, and you're wonderful to talk to as well.
Thank you.
And also nice to have different perspectives. Even if Joker and I aren't fully versed in one thing, we'll have somebody who is versed in that and add more flavor. That's what we strive for.
And it's great to have a Sly Cooper fan as well.
Yes.
Please, I need more Sly Cooper. Like, my childhood deserves to have a proper.
He got mad at me when I
show her the photo.
Actually, I'll do you one better. I have the. I'll go better. If I could find it. If I could find them, that'd be great. I know I put them in here. I think they're more towards the back. But yeah, I had a fun time meeting Dev. I got to talk with him for about 10 minutes. I didn't want to record. I did not want to record because I wanted to keep it short and sweet because I was on a time limit, and I wanted to make sure I had enough time to get my questions in beforehand. But I had so much fun meeting Dev. He was an amazing dude, and I'm very grateful we had a chance to sit talk.
Now, Dev, what does he? What's the character he voices?
He's the art director of Sly Cooper.
Oh, okay.
Found it. People.
Okay, found it. So I had the honor and privilege, if I can, let me
turn on the lights.
I had the honor and the privilege of meeting Dev Madon, and not only did I get to meet him, I got his autograph.
Nice.
I got on 2 cards. I asked with permission, and he signed them.
That Carmelita one, oh my god!
It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
Nice.
It was gorgeous, and he told me his hardest character to draw was Sly Cooper for the 2 and 3. That's what he.
Wow.
the first game, it was easy. But with the newer graphics and everything, newer moves and all that, he had to really do a lot to like incorporate everything and use references and all of that. He knew his stuff, and he had the anniversary poster with it with a golden Sly Cooper logo.
Sweet.
I almost got it, but I was like, where on earth am I gonna put this? Where on earth? I mean,
I know.
I have the
I know.
Batman one behind me.
I have the answer to that. Swap the posters out in the same frame.
Probably that. But I'm happy with where I put the smaller
I
ones. I'm
know,
happy
and
with the
he
prints,
told
but
Dev about me and my question of that was like, did he
I
watch Slide 5? He did say yes, so I'm like, dude, like we have some
Joe
support with somebody. I wish like there could be a for all the restore the Snyderverse stuff, and like if there could just be like a signal for Cyber Punch, go back to Sly Cooper, bring it back. I, I've always strongly disliked their statement about like here's our statement and everything about the production. They were working on a new game. That's great, but then they said, we hear you fans for Sly Cooper and Infamous, and sadly, not even them or another studio were working on any IPs, and it made me so mad. I'm like, I know they like to work on one project at a time, but this could have been anybody. Blue Point could have been making me an HD remake of Sly 1, keep everything intact, but updated like they did with Demon Souls and Shadow of Colossus. Do something with that. They could have done that with 1, 2, and 3. Then they could have made Slide 5 because they had the technology and everything ready to go. They could have done something with Infamous again, update that with 1 and 2, and then. But man, I was angry at Sucker Punch at that day. You could have said somebody was working on or working on something to get out for a later date with Sly Cooper, and that could have been the announcement of 1, 2, and 3 getting their ports to the PS4, PS5. But yeah, I was angry. I was upset. As a Sly fan,
how
it
I
feels
was
like,
angry, with the Spyro the Dragon
and to
thing.
hear those smartasses going, well, they were saying they're not working on, like, read the line. They said nobody is. So it's an IP that's just collecting dust. And you think they would do it because look at Infamous Second Son. Delson Rowe on his shirts of patches, there's Sly Cooper. Go to the children's park in Seattle, there's Sly, Bentley Murray, and the Cooper van. Even Delson's ringtone is the Sly Cooper 4 theme song. I'm like, oh yeah, Sly Cooper's coming back. Jump forward to Ghost of Tsushima and the final island. You can collect Delson's headband, but most importantly, when you find the right armor for Sly Cooper, you equip it. The trophy says Cooper Clan. I'm like, and I kept that armor on throughout the rest of the game. I didn't switch it out for anything. And I'm thinking they're gonna go back to Sly. They're gonna do it. And then I get nothing.
There's a lot of there's a lot of teases. The
They
teases are
they
there.
teased my balls and it left me hanging. Gave me
So
blue balls.
I'm gonna make the safe prediction that I'm gonna make. This is a safe one. I have a feeling we're probably gonna see something at the Game Awards this year. It has
I'm
to be the game.
hoping.
It had because
Oh,
that's
Ghost
where
of
I'm.
Ghost
Speaking
coming out
of
in
which,
October, and this will be a great time to drop another Sly Cooper tease again. Give Atsuwa the Cooper armor, but instead of being the Cooper armor, it's Carmelita armor.
Ooh, I would pay
That'd
the.
be so
You know
sick.
what?
And then,
I would pay. I would love it. I am gonna get the game though,
he
Joker. I
has
am gonna.
gun, at
I'm
least with the
gonna get
musket, so
the.
you could easily see a century-old pistol or like a freaking pistol that she uses, her gun that she uses. So, ooh, teasers.
Joker, I am gonna get Ghost of Yoite. I'm gonna get it.
I am too. I'm going to support Sucker Punch. I'm
I
ready.
what you told me about backstage about the drama and everything. I'm more of like, let's just see how the story goes. Let's just go play the game and give our own opinions on it.
That should be the number one thing. Don't focus about race. Don't focus about politics. I could care less what the actors or actresses are doing. I always say separate the art from the artist, and if the damn game is good, I'll be fine with it.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we had a lot of fun tonight. Thank you guys for making Knightcast really popular. This is becoming a very popular series for the channel. I appreciate that. Raquel, thank you for taking the time out of your busy life to come on here and hang out with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate.
Mhm.
Love having a different perspective every now and then. That's good to have. We'll be back again next Wednesday. To talk more. Our big topic is going to be the Mortal Kombat trailer. We're going to talk about that because unfortunately we're out of time. But that is going to be the mainline topic right there because me and Joker have a lot to say about it. We have a lot to say. But I like what I see though. I'm going to leave it at that. Just going to leave it at that. That's breadcrumbs for
Right. Well, I was going to say, like, the video game I'm waiting for to come out? Wolf Among Us 2. I'm waiting for that to come out. I'm just waiting.
I think if you're here for next Wednesday, we'll talk about that as well because that's a big one.
We'll talk about. We'll save that for a different topic on that day. We'll save it for a topic on Knightcast. We'd love to have you back for that. Actually, we want you back for that one.
All right.
Because I would like to hear this. But check out everybody's channels. Thank you to Ichigo, Lilith, Alchemy, General Sorrow, Raquel.
Do you mind I put my link of my channel in the chat? I don't have a wrench.
Shoot.
I mean, I could
tell you what. Post in the private chat, and I can easily.
Oh, I can do something better.
And also thank you to Bacon. Always wonderful to have you. Fire Devil. Oh, I didn't even see Fire Devil in here. That sneaky little
funny joke at the end. I'm like, yes.
You should able to click on my name in the chat now.
Yeah, on my way. And there we go. Alrighty, there you go.
Awesome. Oh, we'll put my link in the chat real quick.
Joker gave the Irish goodbye, but okay, love you, Joker. Good to see you. I know you're tired, but we have that watch party tomorrow night. Oh my lord. Hey, Fire Devil. Good to see you, buddy. Again, thank you to everybody for showing up. Appreciate. Check out Raquel's channel. She just posted it. General Sorrow, thank you. Fizz Shozo, thank you for coming by again. Ichigo Senpai, big thank you for coming by. Thank you for the support. Lilith, Alchemy, Christian Break Tees, Doug Vader, big, huge thank you to that. Thank you for coming by. The support's amazing. Rexus Prime, Sunflowers, California Ford, Big Angry Phil, check all of them out. And also Sarah Outlaw George, thank you again. We're gonna get out of here. Again, here's Raquel's channels.
Yeah, there's my main channel, and the next one is my gaming channel. Check me out on both of those.
She plays. She does play Fortnite and does
I do
watch
play
parties.
Fortnite. I do play other games. I do watch parties, hangouts, reviews sometimes.
Please give the support, guys. Just give her the support because she needs some love right now. She needs some love, and I'm all for promoting people that don't get this from any of the bigger channels.
Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow I'll be doing a watch party, so stay tuned for that. I have a good movie in mind that we're gonna watch.
Ooh, nice. But everybody have a wonderful night. Again, share the content, guys. We need more people in here. We need more people in the chat. We need to make this next level. Would love to have more opinions in here. I think the maximum I'm going to do is probably 3 to 4 people on the panel. Keep it at 4 maybe. We'll think about it. I am working on more segmented stuff. Like I already have this for whenever Marvel does something stupid. I have that going. I have some things going that I'm actually excited to unveil, but stay tuned, guys. I have a lot more coming. This Saturday night, I'm going to be playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 Remaster. We're actually going to be playing the final level, which is the cruise ship in Tony Hawk 3, and then jump into 4. And Monday, I do believe we're going to be playing Splinter Cell for the PS2. I'm excited for that one. Raquel, again, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you so much. Joker appreciates you. Good to have different people on. It's good to have different people on and everything, because it adds more flavor to the conversations, and I love hearing second opinions, because I love Joker and his opinions. But you guys take care. I am gonna get out of here. Take care, everybody. Again.
Good night, Joker. Good night, y'all.